I think people are conflating this with me thinking I want Simple to fail. I think there'd be nothing better than having Simple step onto the stage in the playoffs and be a badass and be give an impression of what he thinks his old best player in the world would be and show us and win those clutches and have all these multi-kills. Counter-Strike would be in a better place. FaZe would be in a better place. Our Counter-Strike being played, the finals would be better to watch. I'm just not convinced yet that he's there. After a year and a half of watching him mentally take himself out of the game and out of competition, I'm not ready to buy back into that he's back. You can be as good as you want, but let me know you want to be here.
He wants
Sell in-game items at the best prices in just a couple of clicks. We are the biggest instant sell service for in-game items like Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, and Rust. Easy selling process and instant withdrawal of funds to the most popular payment methods. More than 140,000 deals and 50,000 active sellers every month. Use promo code HLTV5 and get a 5% bonus on the sale of your skins. Skin Place. Sell items now.
When every move counts, your chair shouldn't hold you back. Top esports players are switching to Anthros for unbeatable support and performance that keeps them in the game longer. Designed to support your unique shape and built with medical-grade components, Anthros is setting a new standard for comfort. Check out the Anthros difference today and get ready to fix your sit, because gaming deserves more than just a chair.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Counter-Strike fans across the globe, welcome to HLTV Confirmed Live, presented by Alienware and Team Liquid. We're coming to you from Austin, Texas. Austin, make some noise. We've got a lively bunch this evening. All the people in Twitch chat are going to be hating the fact you guys are having fun. So have the most fun you can possibly have just to piss them all off. All right. We got this place packed up, 300 Counter-Strike fans here. We're filling out the Texas Union Theater. Now, we're on a university campus. Who likes learning? It's kind of the response I wanted. I'm hoping for no learnings here this evening, but plenty of giveaways, all right? So we've got the Anthros QR code up there. If you've just come in, you haven't scanned it yet, there's a chance to win an Anthros chair tonight. We're going to give that away. Someone can get to take it home with them, or we can ship it to you. We've got Jordan from Anthros. So if you haven't signed up, scan the QR code, do that now. We'll be doing that at about halftime, so you want to be getting that. We've got to thank our sponsors, all right? So we've got Skin Place. If you want to sell some skins, head over to Skin Place. And, of course, Anthros, just mentioned him, one of the sponsors. All right, so tonight we've got a bunch of guests. I mentioned the fact that we're going to be having MOUZ. You guys all saw him. He'll be joining us. We got Dona, DarfMike, Scrawny, launders. All right. They'll be coming throughout this evening. We're going to be doing Skinionaire. We'll be doing it for the people at home on Twitch and Kick, as well as everybody here with all this stuff to give away. We've got some shirts, pins. We've got a whole bunch of goodies. We're going to have an NA versus EU showdown, so don't be too biased. And that's about that. Now let's get this one underway, shall we? Can't do this alone. We've got to bring out two lovely members of the panel. You've heard from Lucas, but let's bring out Prof and Striker. They can't work out who's sitting where, but that's all right. Gentlemen, put your headset on. Let's get this underway, shall we? Is this the most lively bunch of humans we've had at a live show?
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
They got going for us. All right, gentlemen. Now, Prof, I've seen you for the last couple of days. So how's your time in Austin been?
It's been pretty lively, pretty stressful, pretty eventful, I would say. So
What's
all of these
stressful
things,
about it?
just messaging people.
That's a hard part of life, isn't it?
Yeah, you know. It's just like everyone's Tinder game. but with players. That's how I feel.
So, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. Not Tinder, but players. Striker, when did you get in?
Yesterday.
Okay, how was your travel?
Yeah, it was pretty good. They canceled my first flight, but we got one earlier, so I just got less sleep. So
did you get your bag?
Everything was good.
Everything sorted?
Everything worked out.
Did you expect to see this many beautiful faces staring back at you?
Well, no.
No?
300 is a lot. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. Thanks for coming.
All right, well, we've all been consuming the major differently, right? I've been here on site. Prof, you've rocked up for the last couple of days. Strike, you've been watching from home. So what are the biggest takeaways from watching from home? What's your viewing experience been like in that European time zone?
It was actually pretty good, honestly. Like, I mean, a lot of the games ended up, going just past midnight, and like
That's
we
not
actually
bad.
ended up, yeah. So like it worked out super well. Honestly, like I didn't really feel like I'd missed a lot of the games. Like the first couple of days were the worst, really, like where you go into like 4 a.m. or
How was it for everybody here? No problems watching the games? See?
Good time zone for once, I guess.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Now, Prof, any big takeaways for you since being on site?
Honestly, just the environment that they set up, the little studio that they have, I think that set us up for a lot of exciting little moments between players, banter, BM,
Trash talk major.
trash talk major, NA major, trash talk major.
Yeah.
Makes fucking sense.
Who's had the best trash talk, you think? Is that the ambulance? I think that's the ambulance right there. All right, well, look. There is a video that I want to play. Lucas, there's some music playing. I don't know if you can know that. There is a bit of a track right now in my ears. It's fine, you can keep it there. But look, we've tried all week long to get players to come. Now, obviously, this is the major, this is the playoffs, this is where they need to be the most focused. And with the bracket the way it is, anybody can win. So we've had a tough time getting players to come and visit us as guests, but we did send the best Counter-Strike journalistic team in the world out today to talk to some of your favorite players. So they might have a message for you. Lucas, can we play it for the people at home?
Hello everyone who is on HLTV Confirmed right now. I hope you had a great time and hopefully to see you in moody sentence.
Hello guys. I hope you are cheering for Team Spirit. If you do, thanks a lot. Keep it up. We really appreciate it and we feel your support.
Hey guys, it's ZyWoo. Hope you will enjoy your nights. We're gonna play the playoff soon, so enjoy your night, enjoy the performance, watch the game.
I mean, first of all, I've always wanted to be a part of one. Sadly, the schedule's not allowing this, but the focus is on the major, and yeah, we should enjoy the show, and we should enjoy the major, but we make it to our games.
All right, well, that's the best we got you from the player front. So we got your son then. We got you the best we could. We might hear from those gentlemen a little bit later in the show, but let's kick things off. Let's get things started. Now, there's a man you know, that you love. He's the face of American Counter-Strike, and he's been doing it for many years. He's either in a Liquid jersey, he's on the broadcast. Make some noise for Jason fucking O'Toole.
I love this country.
Welcome, Jason.
Thank you.
You missed it. Earlier I was doing NA GOAT, and you were up on the screen, and you made it through more rounds than you'd believe. I think you were toppled only by Stewie.
Oh, that's not bad.
You took down Skadoodle.
I'm a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, well, you weren't here to defend
but
your
it's
honor.
not bad, yeah. But as long as I beat Skadoodle, it's fun.
The fanfare was through the roof.
Great.
You couldn't quite believe
Thank
it.
you, gentlemen.
So, Jason.
Wait, toppled by Stewie, wasn't that the story of your time in Liquid as well?
Dear.
He's done pretty well there.
He has done
He's
well.
done very
He's
well.
done
I have
well
no response to that. I have no rebuttal.
It feels scripted, but it's not. I promise. We don't go that far.
Jason, now, look, you've been with us doing the broadcast. What's your most fun moment or biggest takeaway or biggest drama? What's been happening?
Oh, legacy, man. I'm all about legacy at this major.
Look at this guy. All right.
know.
Well, look, that's meant to be Yanko's job, and he's not here.
No, man, I know. I took it from him, I think.
You're stealing his bit.
I'm stealing it from him. Legacy was really good, and we should all be thankful. Another America's team making it very, very far, looking good. That's potential for the future. That's all positive shit.
Okay.
I love their story. Their story is one that I think every North American Counter-Strike fan should be able to identify with, where it's 5 players who should absolutely have never be in the position they were in to qualify for the playoffs and had a real crack at it. And that's a Cinderella run that we should all be hoping for we get out of our North American team soon.
Okay, well, we did a bit of a check. I just made sure, and we'll make sure again, because that's some new people filter in. There's no one from Argentina here, right? No, we're all good then, Jason.
Legacy.
That's what we just needed to check. Just needed to make sure. All right.
Then we're going to get into it.
Yeah, look, so we're going to go through some of the biggest stories to start off the day. And I was meant to come up with a bunch of salacious headlines.
Yep.
Now, I've struggled to come up with a bunch of salacious headlines. And I think some of these are going to be controversial within our audience, too. So we're going to jump around a little bit, and we'll see where we end up. So here's the first one. Tell me what you boys think about this. Environmental nightmare. Millions of dollars worth of Falcons found dead in Austin.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
Just strewn about the Texas highways.
Yeah, well, no, they had a fight with bats, apparently under that bridge. I think they lost, so it didn't go well for them there. But obviously, we all know the Falcons story. They shut the bed, right? Pretty abysmal showing. People either love them or hate them because of the Mondesi Nico additions to the team. But what we want to do tonight is we want to use 300 people, and we want to get the vibe from the community right now. Now, I have a clip that I want Lucas to play. You might have caught this on the broadcast. Let's play it, and then we're going to discuss whose fault it was to lose a 3v5 close play on the B-bomb side. All right, Lucas, whenever you're ready, whack her up on screen.
Give me Molly, Ilya.
Get DBF now, Emil.
Take it. Molly, come, let's clear the close, then come hit me, please.
I'm coming. Give me the bomb.
Hard clear, Bell, come. Smoke B.
I smoked city. I'm bouncing flash here.
They're not replying with anything.
Let's go B, we'll bomb B. Easy as.
Drop me one flash, guys. Take the
Give me the smoke.
Smoke here on the body.
I will smoke city. Can you flash it? Yeah.
I'm ready.
Flash.
Flashing. Whoa! I flash CT, guys.
Fire. Headshot approved.
You have the bomb orange.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot how long this clip was.
It's a very long clip.
Well, the problems don't start. This is where it's all going so well. Everybody's happy, the comms are calm.
You're feeling comfortable, you feel like you're going to win.
Now this is where it all goes wrong.
Can you get one on this for me?
Yes.
Don't peek!
It's a crushing moment to relive time and time again. Now, let's start down the end. Actually, no, we'll see what we think, and then we'll get you guys to chip in here. Striker, whose fault was that?
I mean, I think it's at the beginning. Obviously, everybody puts it on Teslas, and I think the reason he reacted the way he did was he's so not used to baiting his stars where he was supposed to, because Mondesi was like clearing coffins, right?
So say it.
Teslas.
Oh, okay.
That's avant-garde, yeah.
Honestly, I can't, Tess is in Croatia right now. He's dating a Croatian girl, so I can't go for him.
Are you doxing him?
It's Mondesi. It's Mondesi. Mondesi just needs a whole banana. It's all over. Why is he clearing coffins? There's 3 guys on site. Why is he clearing coffins? Just calm down.
Jason?
I reckon it was Nico's fault.
Sorry? Could you explain your logic right now for the room?
Yeah, I think if you go back in time, Hooksy was Nico's fault. Nexa IGLing was Nico's fault. Kerrigan was Nico's fault. I reckon we just throw another one on Nico's shoulders.
You think he can take the blame?
If he didn't join Falcons, Mondesi wouldn't have joined Falcons, and we wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place.
Interesting logic there, Jason. Yeah. All right, I see what you've done there.
I mean, it was, I couldn't hear the audio as well. As serious talk, I mean, I think looking at it, you'd say it would be Mondesi switching from the position, but I've also been told, and I didn't hear the audio in this particular situation, that he was called off by Kixon to rotate and fall back and watch. Was that not true?
No, Mondesi just called he was getting off of banana.
Right, no, someone just reported that someone's in ruins or something, and then he found it that he needs to take that position. But also you could put something on Magic.
Look, I'll just say I've never in my life seen an opper give up that angle.
It is
the quintessential op angle.
I believe wholeheartedly it's Mondesi's fault.
Okay.
The people don't love it. I didn't get the reaction I was looking for there.
Mondesi's a fan favorite. They don't like you to criticize the fan favorites.
Now listen. The reason it's his fault, in my opinion, is the fact that Jason's bang on. He has the banana angle, it's the strongest angle. m0NESY tries to play to win the round instead of doing the thing that would have won the round. If he had just held banana, TeSeS would have never been in a ship position. People want to criticize TeSeS for swinging, but TeSeS should have never held banana in a million years. He should have just stayed where he was. The crossfires would have been fine. There would have been no problems.
Especially the swap. At that point, you're already set.
And look at the timing.
Yeah.
With the timing right there.
It's rough.
Breno walks into banana, it's all over. But let's hear, what do you guys think? Do you think it was TeSeS' fault? I swayed the jury now.
Yeah, a little bit.
So.
Do you like Jason's logic? Nico's fault? Yeah, put it all on Nico.
Yeah, all of it.
m0NESY's fault? I swayed the jury. I fucked up. I should have asked them first. All right, well, we got to the bottom of this. It definitely can't be Kixon's fault, and I don't think it could be Magic's fault.
But I think everybody has in those moments, I think everybody has some responsibility, because I think Kixon, as much as he felt like he needed to peak, I think he could have
held banana.
He could have held banana and baited for the guys who are behind whatever it's called, dark.
It's the pressure of that moment, right?
Course.
That's the snowball
effect.
effect.
But that's the same thing with TeSeS at the beginning, right? Like, I mean, the reason that I put it on him is because, like, as soon as you go into that position, he should not swing. He should just stay in that broken wall, and then if m0NESY dies to the banana guy, TeSeS can trade him instantly. And then it's still a 4v2. You have the cross to CT from water and from banana. Then you have still the cross on the ruins. All the crosses are still available if TeSeS just stays behind the broken wall and baits m0NESY. But because he's so used to, like, taking space for his stuff,
there's also,
like
there's also this at CS too. It's swing to win, right? So for TeSeS, if he sits and gets hard cleared on that angle,
but he doesn't get hard cleared because m0NESY is the first one who takes contact. Even if he dies, that's what I said. Like, just bait him. Just bait him. Like, who cares? It's 5v3.
Well, we solved the problem. We know whose fault it is.
Nico.
But what happens with Falcons now, gentlemen? How many changes? Striker, over to you, our behind-the-scenes agent. What do you reckon?
It's been interesting. I mean, there's been the report about kyousuke for a long time. Like, first it was TeSeS, then it was Magic. Who knows what it is now?
Apparently it's two players now, right?
And that's like the latest rumor. I honestly don't know. I don't know for sure. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if they were looking at any of the not Nico and m0NESY. Like, to be honest, like, there could be, if they do get like an IGL like somewhere down the line, I would see that happening as well.
Jason, you got to be quite happy though. You were saying, yeah, Nico, he's not going to win a major with this roster, right?
Oh, I'm loving it. Yeah? As you know, I love watching the stars fail.
You're gloating at this moment.
It feels really good.
Unless it's simple, and now you're quaking in your boots, mate. You are.
I am a little bit worried about simple.
Worried about the simple situation.
No, the Falcons thing is sad. I like Nico's one of the few players I actively root for in today's Counter-Strike, because I want him to have a major. To win. I want him to have a major. I think he's one of the most beautiful Counter-Strike players in terms of his gameplay. He's also a very beautiful man. But when you watch him play the game of Counter-Strike, you can almost kind of like see the art form in the way that, like, his game sense, his like, you can watch his crosshair move and see the line of thinking that he has. So in that sense, I've always thought he has a more beautiful game than Simple, for sure. Probably a more beautiful game than ZyWoo. I think there's very few players that I enjoy watching as much as Nico. I know.
Did you have a couple drinks?
I did, actually. Yeah, I did at the bar. I was a little nervous.
Well, fair enough.
I'm feeling very poetic.
Anyone else got anything they want to say about Falcons before we move on?
I mean, there's a few Bs here that would be upset about that ZyWoo line for sure, but
they'll be happy on Sunday when they lift the trophy.
He's not the GOAT yet. He'll get there one day.
One day. All right. Well, we'll get to the bracket a little bit later. I have another salacious headline. So the Falcons one went down all right. How does this one sound? Open circuit, steal from the poor, give to the rich. Now, this one's a bit more cryptic. It's in regards to the Valve scrapping the MRQs. How does everyone feel about Valve scrapping the MRQs? Just you, Jason.
Just me.
Now, again, down the end of the line, over to the egghead down there. Explain what really happened with all of this for us, Striker.
I'm the egghead in this scenario. I'm the egghead. I don't know, man.
I was confused. I looked around like, who's he talking to?
I was talking about your brain, nothing to do with your hair.
Fair enough.
All right, so what are we saying? MRQ's gone? Give us the details.
I mean, I said it. I think it works. The idea works in theory. It doesn't work in practice because of issues in the small regions, which would be especially if you have
stuff, the rules that we're talking about being exploited.
Asia and Americas are just in trouble in terms of like you saw it in Asia how like at the end we had China and Mongolia like fighting with local tournaments at the end just before the cutoff, just so that their team gets the #1 spot in the region. You know.
But isn't the solution simple?
What is it?
We just make sure that we're able to deal with all of those loopholes.
Well, that's
simple, right?
That's an amazing idea. Yeah, it
just
really
fix all the problems and then it's fine.
I mean, I think that's what Valve's thinking as well. Like, yeah, well, like down the line we'll fix everything, right? But it's going to take years probably before that happens.
Well, this is the problem at the moment. Everybody seems to have the response of, okay, so there's not enough open qualifiers in the regular tournaments. That's another issue that needs to be solved. We've had 10 Tier 1 tournaments in the circuit this year so far before the first major. If every single one of those events had open qualifier circuits, it could help mitigate some of the issues that we have right now. Right? Obviously, the problem that Striker's talking about is one to do with, let's say, is anybody in this room rich? You could pretend, it's fine. If a rich person in this room wanted to run a LAN in NA and just run a lot of like LAN games against each other with a decent prize pool, you could put North American teams up the ladder just based on points to take over Brazilian teams.
It sounds like such a good idea, doesn't it?
Right? So you would be able to
I mean, you can totally do it, though. Like,
you can.
Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Unfortunately, no one in this room is rich. Maybe if we all pool our money, we can save North American Counter-Strike.
Whatever happened to...
Crowdfunding. What a great solution.
We do love socialism in this country.
Hey, okay, hold on a second. Okay, we happy with the MRQ chat? We keep on jumping around?
Yeah, let's go.
I personally enjoy the MRQs being gone.
Yeah, well, look, I'm with you. We didn't even think that they were going to...
Do we get time on this forum, or?
What do you want to say?
Nothing. I think if the circuit is going to be set up for the VRS to give points based off the circuit that we already have by third-party TOs, the MRQ feels very redundant, and especially I think having I guess it would be a Valve mandated MRQ, like a Valve mandated event. I don't want to have like a developer mandated this event has to occur in the calendar. I think that's a recipe for a very bad time.
I mean, we saw that MRQ announcement just blocked like 4
it was
tournaments.
3 events over the top of it. And you're like,
with
great.
like $2 million prize pool combined across these. So that was pretty bad. But I also think, I don't know, there's the magic of these qualifiers and the stories that we get from them.
We don't want them online and best of ones. That's dog shit.
Yeah, if they were going to be...
That's kind of shit. But I think there's also too many spots for like in Europe. It would be fine to have just 2 spots, you know, just to have some way form of getting in. So it's not like a super harsh cutoff, and there's more behind it. But the way it is right now, I don't think it needs tweaking. I'm not happy with no qualifiers. I'm a qualifier stan right here.
Okay, all right. Well, a man of the people, Prof. All right, my last salacious headline. Now, this is the most controversial of the bunch, so we'll see how this lands. I ran it by Jason.
Is this the one?
This is the one. Now, look, I think it's fine.
What'd you go with?
It was the same wording, or similar. I took out one of the words.
Sure.
All right, let me know how this one feels. Now, this sounds bad, but it's a good one once we get into the actual story.
It's a slow burner. Give it some thought.
But you're going to love it. China infiltrates heart and minds of American people. It's a good one.
We might just get shut down by the CIA or something because of this reaction. Like, this might be the end.
Now, this is obviously about Emilia and Jee. Do we love a bit of their antics?
Yes, we do.
Jason, how good of a hugger is Jee?
Jee is a very good hugger. There's very few hugs. That's a top 4 hug, I think.
Top 4 hug?
Yeah, top
of
4
all time.
of hugger, yeah.
Wow.
All time.
Okay, that's not bad.
Especially when the man wants some ice cream. He knows how to hug when he wants some ice cream.
Yeah. Any names above that you can share?
Your wife?
Well, my wife is up there.
Yeah. That's nice save, John. Nice save.
But there's 2 more, Prof, and you'll never know who they are.
Okay. And obviously Emilia...
2 more wives?
It could be that too. But Emilia was part of this as well. And look, obviously we get to see LinVision, we get to see Tyloo playing some good Counter-Strike at the event and having some decent runs. LinVision obviously went the deepest. They tied Tyloo back from FaZe at 2018. But with the type of way that they were conducting themselves, it turned them into fan favorites, and it was fun to watch their run. So do you think this is just a flash in the pan, Prof, or do you think we'll see more out of the region?
I think it makes sense that they're succeeding just because, I mean, we were talking about this during the Shanghai Majors, like, okay, China is obviously huge. They like Counter-Strike. We saw how many fans were there. Like, the fandom is also insane, right?
Yeah.
But they also obviously have a lot of players playing, and the correlation between the number of players and the number of pro teams and their success didn't really make sense. Like, they should be better than they were. And the last 4 or 5 years, they were kind of nowhere. They're being overtaken by, Mongolia, Australia, like all of these qualifiers that used to be just farming for China. So I think it makes sense that they're getting better and better, and there's more investment, more tournaments there. And over time, I think there's just going to be more teams competing at the top level from China.
Yeah, it was just good antics, good fun, and hopefully some good Counter-Strike to come. Because the thing was, it wasn't just aim-based CS anymore, right? They definitely had an understanding of the mid-rounds, which always seems to be a problem for smaller regions. I think it's probably a problem in the US as well, Jason, right? Is the understanding of the mid-round, how to play in the 3v3s, how to do a lot of those situations.
Yeah, that's a good starting point for sure. I think a lot of it in NA. Well, I mean, I think when I look at the rise of like Chinese Counter-Strike and like Asian Counter-Strike in general, I just think like why not NA? Like, what does China have that we don't? Like, why is there players and teams rising up and getting better in China where in NA we struggle to have any team kind of rising through the ranks. So
I would say it's the love of the game, but this audience is great. Everybody here seems to love Counter-Strike, right? So what's with the players, Jason? Are they overpaid?
The players, man, I don't know. I don't know what their salaries are.
How are you
these days.
exhausted from a boot camp, Jason? Tell me.
That's a fucked up. That's a fucked up thing to say in a major interview. I won't lie to you. That is a very fucked up thing to say. I don't have a good answer for you, but it does come down to that, where eventually, and I touched on this in the broadcast a couple of times. There is like a certain when I listen to like Jee talk and Emilia talk in these interviews, and their goal isn't necessarily to win the event or to be the best team or the best player on their team. Their goal is to put Chinese Counter-Strike on the mark. And I think at some point, for North American Counter-Strike to get back, you're going to have that same, America first kind of Counter-Strike opinion, where it is, we have to get better as a region and we have to put North American Counter-Strike back on the map. And until you have a team and 5 players who come out with that explicit goal, it's never going to happen. Because setting that goal is how you overcome all the bullshit that's going to get thrown in your face on the way there. All the different struggles, all the sacrifices, all the issues, all the failures, all the struggles. Like, the only way you get past it is to have that goal that's bigger than you and bigger than the team. And name the last North American team that did that.
I can't even name a North American team.
Yeah, I can't either.
No, but think about it. How many actually good North American teams have 5 North American players? M80 doesn't.
Nope.
Liquid doesn't. Wildcard doesn't.
Shout out to Complexity.
Complexity doesn't.
Oh, yeah, they don't have.
Like the first one is like nouns or something.
Right?
Like
wait, Holzerk is so white trash. We'll take it.
What about JT?
Hey, the people have spoken.
We'll give you Halzerk. I can't give you JT.
No.
If Halzerk doesn't speak, you think he's American. JT, on the other hand, I'm not sure he'll get past.
Yeah, he won't.
But you guys got some big problems, right? The regional change as well that's happened, Striker, right? Yeah. The one that's changed with the distribution. That means that Liquid and Wildcard can no longer use the loophole, right?
Well, I mean, they haven't really used it either, to be honest, so far. Well, Wildcard went back to the... Wildcard is the only team... is the only team, really, that's going to be affected in like the normal part of the circuit. Of course, in the major is a different story, but like Liquid never really got an Asian slot before. And
but now it's American or European.
And European, so they would have to go from European.
So that's kind of a big impact, because Jason's always been banging on about Liquid being North American.
Well, I think at some of the different points of where they put together lineups, it made sense that you would target to make sure you're within the North American major slot allocation. That made a lot of sense to me. Obviously, now it doesn't work exactly the same way. Actually, at one sense, I think like there's like a cool path, I think, to like getting the North American Counter-Strike back on the map, and that's to stop calling it we're never not going to call it North American, but if you bring in some Brazilian players, South American players into American teams, and then all of a sudden you have an America's lineup. That could work very well. And that's how you kind of get the similar feature to what Europeans have, where you guys get to go in any country over in Europe and just pick and choose how you want it. For us, it can be any America's country. And there's obviously going to be a language barrier to a certain extent, but Brazilian players more and more are better at speaking English right out of the gate.
Yeah. I mean, Liquid are kind of fucked if you think about it. I mean, NAF is the one that they're obviously looking at replacing. We've already like heard it from himself pretty much. And it's like, so what? Do you have to replace another guy just to make sure that you stay in NA?
What do you wait? What do you guys think? Do you guys think Naf's cooked? You think he's done?
I don't think he's. There's a Canadian flag out there.
It's like tempered out there. Okay, all right. It's a bit hit and miss out there. Look,
I think it's a lot of people who don't want to admit it to themselves.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously because JKS still has his roles, so you know.
Here we go, JKS.
How's he meant to play, Jason, while JKS has his roles? I don't know.
It's a fair point.
It's one of those crazy questions.
Did JKS take his roles with him now?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. JKS still has them. He's still playing them right now, so that's why NAF can't contribute. All right, so we've talked a bit about North America. We've talked a little bit about the Falcons. We talked about Chinese Counter-Strike. You went on your little high horse about Legacy.
It felt like a good high horse.
Yeah, one of the better high horses, I would say, of all time.
I mean, Legacy is a North American team. Like, they play in North America.
That's true.
They're more in North America.
Even though they're 5 Brazilians.
Chad's a North American player. He used to play in North America.
That's true. I lived in Vegas. Don't tell the FBI or the CIA or anybody. I was there.
What were you doing?
Living in a casino.
Okay.
Wouldn't recommend it. How do you think I lost my hair? All right. Let's keep jumping around, shall we? So, Prof's given me some interesting topics. This one says, simple haters come here. Any simple haters? All right, we got Jason and we got that guy. Jason, do you want to find
Which one of you is that guy? Because we're getting a drink after this show.
Now, any simple fans? Jason You know how we did one gorilla versus 100 people? Do you want to do Moses versus 300?
Simple fans?
I could do it.
All right.
I reckon I could do it.
Tell everybody why you... Yeah?
What's kind of funny is I think I said the same things Moses said, but somehow no one really took attention to it, so I'll just let you take this one, you know?
I don't know... Wait, what's up? I don't know. Like the Simple one is funny. I don't know how there's still a debate about this. Simple himself came back and said, "I'm not back."
Is this after Donk said he wasn't back?
No, it was before.
It's like you
it was
and
before Donk, dude. Simple came out and said going into stage 3 or like at the end of stage 2, and he came out and said, "If we don't qualify for stage 3 and we lose to MIBR, blame me and nobody else on the team." And you only say something like that if you know you're not back.
That's all you got?
No, I got plenty more. I just thought we'd start there and see where we go.
Yeah, but I want you to rile him up. Like, get him upset out there, Jason.
But what if that means that he made it, right? So he's back.
No, he's not back yet. He's not back yet.
All right.
What has he got to do to be back, Jason?
You tell me. This is the thing. No one's ever been able to tell me. If you could lock somebody in a room for 5 weeks and say, play Counter-Strike nonstop.
Here's what he's got to do, Jason.
Stop drinking, start exercising, play Counter-Strike. Anybody can do that.
Here's what he's got to do.
Anybody can do that.
Hear me out. They go on the stage. They take on Mongolz. Now, look, I'm going for the Mongolz, but let's say FaZe win. Let's say it's a 2-mapper. Let's say Simple Styles on him again. You know, he gets 36 kills over the 2 maps. You know, he gets maybe 14 deaths. He has a great time out there. He's looking like old Simple, couple multi-kills. It's great. Everyone's like, all right, this is cool. Yep. Then we get FURIA. They take down Pain. Now we've got Fallen versus Simple, right? I know Fallen's not on the AWP anymore, but he's still calling his way through. We got 2 old legends, 2 massive names of the game going toe-to-toe.
Sure.
Kyousuke's getting multis, Simple's in 2v5s. They're clutching out rounds. He's standing up. The crowd's going nuts. They're chanting his name.
Good.
Then this happens, Jason. They take on Vitality in the grand final. FaZe versus Vitality. Mm-hmm. It's a 1v1 in the final round of the game. Simple versus ZyWoo.
Simple versus ZyWoo at the end. That's heated.
And he clutches the game against ZyWoo. Is he back then?
What does he do? What's his dance? Does he have like a little dance at the end of the clutch?
Does he need a dance? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I think we're telling fairy tales. I just wanted to see what came next.
Here we go. All right.
Look, what happens if he doesn't play after the major? What happens if he doesn't get a contract? What if he sits on Navi's bench for the next 5 weeks?
That would be fucked. I really don't want that.
But is he back?
I don't want that to
But is he back, Striker? Nobody can tell me what it means.
Fair enough.
Nobody has ever been able to say and put their chest out there and say, this would make Simple back.
If he gets a contract, he's back. All right, let's go.
What the fuck?
It's a bar that will always change. Simple's an emotion.
Yeah.
Right?
He's a vibe. He is a vibe.
Yeah.
Look, I think people are conflating this with me thinking I want Simple to fail. I think there'd be nothing better than having Simple step onto the stage in the playoffs and be a badass and be, give an impression of what he thinks his old best player in the world would be and show us and win those clutches and have all these multi-kills. Counter-Strike would be in a better place. FaZe would be in a better place. Our Counter-Strike being played, the finals would be better to watch. I'm just not convinced yet that he's there. After a year and a half of watching him mentally take himself out of the game and out of competition, I'm not ready to buy back into that he's back. You can be as good as you want, but let me know you want to be here.
Jason wants the buy-in from Simple, which I think is fair because we haven't seen him on our screens a lot.
Here's the other thing. I think there's a better version of Simple. Like people keep saying we want Simple to be back. Why? There's another version of Simple that I think could make an appearance that would be so much cooler. The old Simple would step into teams and essentially say, did I say Simple?
I just did.
Okay. Well, the old Simple would step into a team and just basically be like, if you 4 people don't fuck anything up, I'll hard carry you to a win. And I think that puts some pressure on your teammates and makes them play with, not play to their fullest potential. I think the Simple that we should be wanting to get moving forward is the Simple who has taken the last year and a half off, who has had to watch his former team bench him and then go on to win a major, who has had to kind of go through this devastating experience of having to move out of Ukraine, who's had to go through all these various experiences over a year and a half and come into a team and make everyone around him better. And you can already see some of the shades of it. You can already see some of the shadows of it when Frozen gives an interview and he says, I need to prove that I'm worth Simple's time. And Kerrigan says, I want to prove to Simple that I'm the best IGL he works with. That's Simple actually being a positive, motivating his teammates through positivity and saying, come up to my level, and I'm going to bring you up to my level.
But I
don't want the old Simple back that keeps people fucking down and says, don't do anything that will make a mistake.
But he's not back.
Not back yet.
But he's just showed all of that to you.
But the thing is, I think what Moses is saying, like, he needs to keep doing this, right?
I think
what
that
they're
version-
saying, like 5 weeks, 3 weeks of being locked in, anyone can do that, you know?
Here's another
we
concept.
all do that with our diet, with, you know, reading books, what not being on Twitter, you know, but then you're back scrolling fucking reels until 3 a.m. We need to see that consistency move forward, but what he has done so far has already exceeded my expectations, because just like you, I saw him just like, I don't know, throw his career away. It seemed like, obviously he has the name, so he's going to get more chances. What we did in Falcons was fuck all, and he wasn't a good factor in that team, and that team was bad.
God damn it, I pulled Prof over to my side.
But he was already on your side.
But at the same time, you can't be going and like fucking backseat clutching Dupree, you know? You can't be doing that. Even he did that with Madden. Madden won the clutch. Just listening to what Simple said. So maybe that's, you know, not the best example, but we need a guy that is a team player. And I think in modern Counter-Strike right now, old Simple does not exist and no one wants him.
Yeah.
Like Blade doesn't want him, Navi doesn't want that kind of a guy anymore.
Yeah, and it can't be the same style anymore. It can't be like the 1 to 2 superstars. Like the teams nowadays, everyone needs to be delivering, so everyone needs to get pulled up to a new level. No, I mean, I have another controversial Simple take, I guess. I don't consider Simple the greatest of all time in CSGO.
What the?
Whoa. How many old fashions?
They all
Jason?
loved you when you walked in here, Jason.
I know, dude.
You're not going to get out that door, mate.
The intro is fucking great. We'll always have that moment.
Now, do you want to tell them, or should I tell them?
We'll tell them what?
Who you have as the GOAT?
Do you want to tell them? You can tell them. Do the reveal. Who do you guys think it is? You think it's ZyWoo?
There's no world it's ZyWoo. It's not ZyWoo. Let's just say that.
Think Danish?
Device is the Counter-Strike Global Offensive GOAT. I have bad news for you people booing. He is the greatest CSGO player we had.
What's your criteria?
Device, what did he do? He was like a top 5 player, top 10 player on HLTV as a rifler in his early
Never
career.
number 1.
Never number 1. That's fine. I don't care about that.
Okay.
He's got what? 4 majors. He's got something like 20-some MVPs in CS:GO. He was on a top 3 team essentially from start to finish. He was the center point. He was the ankle focal point of the greatest team to ever be assembled in CS:GO. He was the MVP of that team through how many of their tournaments? He is the GOAT. He taught everyone how to play Counter-Strike from a fundamental level. And here's the thing. Simple's got 1 major.
He's winning them over.
Slowly.
Simple's got 1 major. His first, 5 years in the league were marked by him struggling to be on teams that had any kind of an impact. He was a one-man army that nobody wanted to play with. He had a very short time being at the very top of his game. Meanwhile, Device was just beasting people through this whole time period.
I hope when Simple
on the AWP.
When Simple lifts the major trophy, I hope he says, "Fuck Moses."
I kind of do too.
all right.
But don't show him that clip. Show him the clip where I said he's got more in the tank. You know, show him where. Yeah,
Jason, you know the way this works.
I know.
I referenced him yesterday. What was it? Chaos Flames and Soft Bed called out by name. It'll be on Reddit, mate, and it'll be out of context, and it'll be your face.
I know.
It'll just be your face, and
How
everyone will be
exciting.
hating you.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, are there any more headlines from the start of the major that we want to talk through? Any suggestions from the crowd that we haven't discussed just yet? We're going to get into the bracket and everything later.
Fallen 3 majors, I heard.
I'm not talking about JKS. I can see where your brain's going.
I'm not going to JKS.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to hear what the people want. Yeah. All right, we could talk about the Mongolz from the perspective of Senzu breaking the record. Any of the Mongolz fans in the room? Oh, there's a couple. Was anyone at Dallas a couple of weeks ago in the arena cheering? A couple of you, respect. Coming to another event back to back. I appreciate that. Now, look, Senzu breaking the record in regulation, right? What was it? 36 kills against G2.
Yeah.
Now, that was a very fun game of Counter-Strike to watch. Senzu was in absolute beast mode right there. Yeah. The biggest problem, though, that this does for me is, again, he does it in a fucking group game. Are we getting it from him on the stage?
A high-stakes group game.
It is. It does. He performs in those too.
Yeah.
We need it on the stage. Are we going to see it against FaZe? Oh dear.
I got nothing on this one. I'm with the crowd on here. Yeah, I don't know.
Look, I was just bringing up the fact he broke the record. I really had nowhere else to go.
He's obviously not going to deliver another record-breaking performance, or you can't predict him to do a record-breaking performance. At some point, it's going to, because you know who else had these issues, Chad?
Say it.
Device.
Is my GOAT Device.
There
he had
it
the
is.
same issues on the stage at the start of his career. He's going to get through them.
Okay. Well, look, we're going to get into the Mongolz a little bit later. Prof Strike, you got anything else you want to talk about from this perspective?
I was in Mongolia a month ago.
Yeah, but any headlines? Any headlines from the major so far? Best of ones we can always talk about.
Fuck the best of
Hasn't
ones.
everybody fucking talked about it? I mean, every time I was like, we've had this conversation for the past like.
It didn't change much.
Does anyone here like best of ones?
Okay. Mostly no.
But this is from a viewer perspective too, right?
Me neither.
I would argue, and this room is going to hate me, but I would argue
They
that
can't hate you more than Jason right now, so give it a go.
We still got all of the teams that we really wanted apart from Falcons, and they fucked up.
And Aurora.
They are the
are
the only team that I think legitimately got fucked by the system out of everybody at this major. I don't think Falcons did. I don't think anybody else did. We got all the we got the 3 best teams still in the playoffs, even though one of them was about to get eliminated as well. Like
How did Aurora get?
Because they got I don't remember the exact run, but they got like FaZe first into.
They beat FaZe on Anubis.
Yes.
Then they lost their follow-up against FURIA. On Inferno, they were dog shit.
Yeah, but then the next 2 were who?
They had MOUZ.
They were eliminated by MOUZ, and then let me find
Before
it
that,
here.
there was one.
It was
there
G2.
Was one more, no. It wasn't
Mongolz?
G2. It was a good team.
G2 did spank them like 13-4.
Was it G2?
G2 did beat them in a best of one after they went 1-1.
Oh, so it wasn't them.
Just do better, I think.
It was a win against FaZe, a loss against FURIA, a loss against G2, and a loss against MOUZ.
Oh, it was G2. Okay, then never mind. Maybe I'm thinking about a different team.
So
even they didn't get fucked.
There it is.
They didn't get fucked.
So actually that worked
only got
against you.
fucked at the end where they got the worst matchup possible, which is obviously like they put themselves in that position, and of course MOUZ put themselves in that position. I know it's best of ones, but even then we still got the 3 best teams.
But let me give you this framing, right? I understand what you're saying, but from this perspective, the major is the only tournament out of the 10 that we had leading up to this that has best of ones. Out of every tier 1 tournament.
I understand. Yeah.
Do you think that's acceptable?
Historically, every time that even when some of these teams gone down like to 1-2 or whatever, like after the best or 0-2 after the best of ones, we've seen so many 0-2 comebacks, and I know that's even more of an argument against them because like we see in series these teams do step up, but still results-wise, the playoffs we get consistently major after major are still good, even despite all this format talk.
Besides Paris.
But Paris was actually like some of the favorites still made it, and they all fucked up in the series. It wasn't even people going down 0-2. They just fucked up against the good teams in the series.
Right. Your point there is, it still kind of came out in the wash anyway. But my point is, why is the major the only event that can't facilitate the best of 3s the whole way through?
That's a good question.
Right.
I don't mind best of ones personally.
I knew you were going to do it.
I had to. It went on for too long. I had to get in there.
Okay, tell us why you don't mind best of ones.
I don't mind best of ones. I mean, obviously, for the competitive aspect, like if anyone was going to say it's all best of 3s from here on out, you aren't going to hear a complaint out of me ever on that sense. But I don't mind the best of ones in the sense that I think it creates the conditions to have a very exciting group stage or stage 1, 2, or 3. Like the Falcons game was a playoff game vibe. Like the Falcons game felt like a playoff game when I was watching it. Those 3 elimination games in stage 3 felt like playoff games. Every game MOUZ felt like a playoff game to me when I'm watching it in stage 2, stage 3. And I think having a system where you can put some early pressure on the favorites because they fucked up in a best of 1, it's fine.
But then you end up with a lopsided bracket like we have right now for this one. We have like 3 of the best teams on one side of the bracket.
And that's what happens.
But it doesn't have to happen if we have a better format.
No, but that can be used for anything at all. I mean, I think in the States here we have the March Madness. We have the NCAA bracket. It's all single elimination the whole way through. Underdogs beat the favorites all the time, and it's the biggest fucking hype moments when you see. I'm sorry, I don't know college sports at all, but you see like the number 40th ranked team beat the number 2 ranked team. That is a fucking exciting moment that gets everyone jacked up. We have the same thing in the majors when teams start in that best of 1 when Vitality lose to somebody, and then now the next team who loses gets put under pressure because they have to face Vitality way too early in this section. And then you get playoff games in the group stages. I don't want everything to play out as the favorites winning. Every time we do a prediction bracket and we pick the favorites, people say, you're fucking boring, you pick the favorites. I want to see the favorites get upset. I want to see them put under pressure early on in the events. I want to see the games get fucking intense earlier rather than later.
He's done it again.
All right, Mal, all right, let's say that you guys had to have a choice, right, in the crowd here. You could either have no best of 1s, or you could have a best of 5 final. So what would you prefer, a best of 5 final Best of 5
That's
final.
a lot of heads. That's a lot of heads.
Well,
But
look,
how much would you enjoy a best of 1 final?
I think the thing is, if we have a best of 5 final, then you don't need a show match. But you could also do a third place decider, right? They could do a third place decider on the Sunday. You still get teams that you guys want to see as fans. And then Valve could give out a first, second, and third medal, right? Instead of a third, fourth, right? Yeah. So there's no reason that they couldn't do that. And then we get good teams in the arena for more days and more games. Right,
and this is something they actually have some data on, right? Like
exactly.
We've just had some third place deciders. Most of them have been pretty good.
So if it meant that we had to keep best of 1s, but we had a best of 5 final and a third place decider, do you think that would make people happy, or do you think people would still be unhappy?
Sign me up. I'm in.
I think it's great. I mean, for anybody who goes to the major, they get an extra game of, like, you know, you're looking at this major, for example, like one of the big teams is going to go out in the semifinals. Yeah. So they would get to play again on the Sunday, right? Even if it's like against somebody.
And
from
it's
the
not
other
like
side.
it was back in the old days. They don't all just come in hungover anymore. They actually come in and try and win. It's kind of wild. So all right.
Speaking from experience, there, Chad.
Not myself. I never made it that far, Striker. So I appreciate that. That's really kind of you right there. Okay. Well, I think what are we in? We're about 50 minutes in.
Yeah.
So should we keep things moving along here?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Now, even though Jason said some controversial shit,
you all loved it.
You need to show him some love, because right now we're getting rid of Jason, we're getting rid of Striker.
Hey, really quick. It's a short cable. I just want to thank all you guys for coming out here. I want to thank all you guys for coming out to the event. We do the ESL event in Dallas every year, and it's no joke. Every player across the world tells us that coming to America, coming to Dallas, that the audience here in Texas is one of the best ever. And I can see it just by the way you guys were cheering before this show even went live. Thank you guys so much for all the energy you put into this. We appreciate you guys coming out.
That's Jason Moses O'Toole, everybody. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Striker. All right. So what we might do... Well, we could run the ad break now.
Well, I can't hear anything.
We could run the ad break now, and then we could come back.
We could do an ad break, and then we can invite the people on. Okay.
Let's do that. All right, Lucas, let's run the ad break. We're back in a couple of minutes, and then we'll keep the show going, everybody. Don't go anywhere.
Sell in-game items at the best prices in just a couple of clicks. We are the biggest instant sell service for in-game items like Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, and Rust. Easy selling process and instant withdrawal of funds to the most popular payment methods. More than 140,000 deals and 50,000 active sellers every month. Use promo code HLTV5 and get a 5% bonus on the sale of your skins. Skin Place. Sell items now.
When every move counts, your chair shouldn't hold you back. Top esports players are switching to Anthros for unbeatable support and performance that keeps them in the game longer. Designed to support your unique shape and built with medical-grade components, Anthros is setting a new standard for comfort. Check out the Anthros difference today and get ready to fix your sit, because gaming deserves more than just a chair.
All right, we're back from the break. It's going to get a bit rowdy in here, so people at home will start to settle things back underway. Prof, you happy with how things are unfolding?
That was pretty hype.
Do you like Jason's energy?
Jason brought the energy. He brought the excitement, controversial takes. Not really his, mojo usually, but he brought it today, so I'm very thankful for that.
And then he won over the audience again at the end. Everyone having a good time? All right, that's what we're looking for here this evening. All right, so we're going to jump into our next pair of guests, and what we're going to do with it is we've got a bit of a North America versus Europe on our hands. So let's bring out DarfMike and Dona. All right, they're coming out. Don't worry, Lucas is getting me. There's Dona. Woo. And Mr. DarfMike in the cowboy hat. Dressed to impress. Yeah, this is for you, Donna. Sorry, man. Put your headsets on so everyone can hear you.
That is a sweet sound to my ears. Let's go. USA. Come on. Another one. USA. USA. We'll find a way. Hold on. I can make this work.
You happy, Mike? It fits. You've come dressed to impress, and we got Donna. Donna, how you doing?
I'm doing well, but I'm being set up here. An egg against you. What the fuck?
I'm on your team.
Yeah.
It'll be us against them.
You everybody in Twitch chat, but I've got 300 people in this room.
Look, we'll see how we go.
We are the few. We are the mighty.
Now,
I don't think I can make the hat work.
Both of you are here to do content. Mike, obviously, you've been doing content throughout the broadcast for Blast. How's that been going? I've heard you've had a lot of creative control.
It's been great, yeah. Just had a little team running around, shooting stuff. Players telling me no, some players saying yes. Enough of them say yes. We can make some entertaining things. We put Rain in a cowboy hat. I have a promise from him that he's going to wear that out on stage.
Okay,
so.
look forward to that. All right, that'll be Friday night.
Sneak peek.
Do you have a favorite piece of content that you made so far throughout the run, or that people haven't seen? Maybe they could see it over the playoffs.
It was pretty great doing the stuff at Allen's Boots with the hats.
Okay.
We have I sat down and ate barbecue with a bunch of people from FURIA.
Okay.
Auto City and Yekindar. So I think that's going to be pretty good. Should be coming out tomorrow. And then we'll see. I didn't get my Go video.
All right. Well, we'll have to. Yeah, I've heard there's some fun stuff with the intro, so people really need it. That could be for the Sunday. Don't want to spoil anything.
Don't spoil anything.
No, and there's also some trophy chatter as well. Donna, you've been in the States. Well, you've been in and out, but you were there for Dallas, and then you went to California, and you're in Austin for a while. How's your time been in the US?
Good, but also stressful. Like I did a lot of traveling. I went from Dallas to Seattle. And then from Seattle to LA, within 24 hours, because our flight had like 6 hours delayed in Dallas, it was like really stressful. Went to the Valve office.
What did they tell you? Any secrets?
Yeah. So listen, after I went to the Valve office, I made it like a tweet, like some small talk we did, and then so many people complained like, "Oh, you went all the way there and you didn't even ask about anti-cheat and stuff." I did ask about that stuff, but I'm not supposed to tell, you know. So I can just say they're working on stuff and they're cooking.
But wait. I have a question. Here's what the people really want to know is, did you eat the Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich?
No, but
This is our culture. This is our culture.
What's the Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich?
She tweeted an image saying like, "What do they have in America?" And it was the most normal frozen breakfast sandwich.
Dude,
it was just a classic, egg, sausage, cheese on a croissant.
It's a croissant burger. They made the croissant into a burger.
Who here's had a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you go to the frozen aisle in an American supermarket and the strangest thing you can find is a breakfast sandwich? Come on! We're cooking up crazy shit in there.
Wait,
I'm gonna try it, okay?
You think a croissant with stuff in it for breakfast is crazy?
Right? That's what I'm saying. No, it's super normal.
No, but the croissant looks like a burger. It's just like weird, no?
I don't know.
This is the most normal sandwich of all time.
I will try, okay?
Okay. We can make this happen.
Okay, I will try.
We can make this happen.
Dude, everyone here knows that the croissant is from France, right? You guys all know that. It's not yours.
Yeah, but French fries are from France too. And who makes them best?
Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Mike's been with Jason in the bar. All right, Donna, have you eaten anything good here? What's your favorite meal been?
Well, so far the best I've eaten was Texas barbecue.
Okay.
Terry
Black's?
Yeah. That was really good. And the taco place here. It's like in Austin.
There's plenty of taco places.
Yeah, you know, like wherever like all the bars are and stuff.
Yeah, 6th Street.
Yeah, somewhere close to 6th Street. I forgot the name, but it's so good. I went 2 times already. It's like really.
All right, where's the best taco place, Austin knows?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
We're getting trolled. There's no way Taco Bell is the best tacos.
And in LA I tried In-N-Out. It was really good.
Okay, In-N-Out fan. All right.
Yeah, that was good.
So that's
it was okay.
That's us dipping into the North American culture. Now, you're here to do content as well for Owner's stream. So Owner's going to be co-streaming throughout the event. Any Owner fans? What are you going to be bringing for Owner this time? Same thing, interviews, all that jazz?
Yeah, so we have like our own booth in the arena. And so he's gonna stream with a crowd in the background, kind of.
Okay.
And we'll have guests over, like players and talents and whatever, like whoever wants to join. And I'm gonna do like the usual interviews, like with fans, like in breaks, when they go out and stuff. So if you guys like are on the arena during breaks, just like come to us. It's gonna be me and Olaf. Olaf is Owner's assistant, but he's gonna be like cameraman for this occasion.
He likes to hide his identity.
Yeah, he likes to be. Yeah, but he got leaked a few times.
Yeah, a few times. Now, Mike, there could be a crossover here. You and Donna could do some content.
We can indeed. I was told Donna wants to do content.
There you go. You're gonna have to come up with some ideas.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. We'll find something.
Well, we're about to do some content.
Yeah.
The two of you ready?
Oh, I don't know. I'm scared.
We're about to do North America versus EU. Now, I don't know if anybody can work out who's representing who. Mike, you're going to be the champion for North America right now. Donna, you're going to be the champion for Europe.
Look, the odds are stacked against me, but I've got a few people on my side.
Okay, well, should we start with North America or should we start with Europe, Prof? I haven't seen the quiz.
I mean, you kind of know how it
Oh
looks.
God, it's a quiz.
It's a map quiz.
Is this Counter-Strike or is this geography?
It's both.
Oh, wait, I might have a chance.
both? Oh, shit.
I might have a chance.
And you know, NA geography
bad
is
at
not,
geography.
I mean, it's not usually your strong suit, but you are a well-traveled person. Well-traveled.
I've been a few places.
Yeah, so maybe you can win. I don't know.
What the fuck is a mile?
Right?
Right.
What the fuck is a mile? Oh
Look. Our system of measurement may not make any damn sense, but it's ours, goddammit.
Bloody hell. All right, let's put Mike to the test first. So let's test him on European Counter-Strike geography here, Lucas. I'm going to put you on the spot here over there, mate. I hope you're ready to bring this up. So, all right, so Prof, you're going to have to talk through how this works.
First of all, it's tilted 90 degrees just for vibes.
I do hate that a lot.
There's no reason for that, but it is. And then there's 5 questions. There's a couple of answers, options that you can pick from the map.
This is tough, the fact it's tilted.
Yeah, it's but you know, NA tilted, I feel like that goes
Fair
very
enough, okay.
For every correct, you get one of the items from the table and you throw it out into the audience. Start with the smaller ones.
Okay.
Yeah. And you have 3 lives. 3 wrongs, you're out.
3 rounds, so 3 X's, we're done.
Yes.
So the first question, Mike,
Can I confuse him?
Yes.
You can do your best. The first question is, Carrigan won the major here. So on the map, I guess you have to identify where that was.
No, I know where all these places are. I just don't remember which one they won. I think it was this dot right here. This
Hold up, you might have to point at the big screen. Hold up, where are we going?
We're going Belgium. We're going Antwerp.
Can we find it,
Are you
Lucas?
pointing at this one?
No, up.
This
Up.
one?
Up.
I can't get any higher.
Come on.
Here.
No.
That.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
There you go.
Lucas,
There
you
you
locked
go.
it in? I did. Does that mean it's right or wrong?
Okay, it's locking in.
Let's find out.
Okay.
Press it.
Okay. Press it, Lucas. All right, 1 from 1. See, this is so unfair because Mike is a very cultured man. He's lived all over the world. He's even lived in Germany for a while.
Yeah, that's actually unfair.
See, so
I'm
it's
being
not my
set
fault
up.
you don't
I'm being set
travel.
up.
We didn't put a normal North American up to the test.
That's true.
Like, how many of you even got your passports?
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's more than I expected.
That's a lot.
All right, let's
They're
go.
ready to travel.
Question
They're
number
ready.
2. PGO really loves hosting events in this city.
Oh, God. Is this still me?
It's still you. It's all you.
Oh, we're
It's
still
all
going.
you.
I'm pointing to the dot. Actually, hold on. The 90 degree is fucking with me a little bit. Hold on.
Take your time.
I'm gonna find a way to do this. Here we go.
Wait, we can give you. Where's the?
Lucas can hover over them.
Where's the handheld?
The handheld mic, I have it right here.
Yeah. Okay. We're going. Oh God, I don't know how to. We're just gonna point at things.
Hold up, mate. You can take your headset off and you can use this.
Yeah. Hold on. The dark one. Go back. Nope. Up. Yeah. Am I right? No. Wait. Hold on.
Whoa!
Fuck. I need to go one further down. Oh no.
Well, he gets another guess by the sounds of things.
Next one south. Next one south.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, you've got 2 lives left.
2 lives left.
All right, next question.
How are we feeling, crowd? Hell yeah.
Striker's hometown and top 1 future major location.
Brno, right? It's Brno. Brno on this map is the last one I picked. No? No, wait.
Yeah.
Is it the one right by Italy? No, it's the last one I picked, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think I've been to Brno, but I have been to Prague, so I should know that. I should know that, yes.
The location of the infamous gaming paradise.
Oh, Gaming Paradise was not the last dot I picked, but the bottom. No? Or was it?
Where was it, Mike? Where was it?
Oh, I don't remember. Gaming Paradise was...
It was in Slovenia.
Oh, okay, Slovenia. We're going right next to Italy then.
Locking it in?
Locking it in.
All right, locking it in.
I'm trusting Slovenia. There we go. I know where places are.
I'm glad we rigged this so North America wins. All right, the first major took place here in 2013.
That's someone who can't count more than one. We're going, I mean, it's the furthest north dot, but it's the furthest right dot. We're locking that in.
All right.
Do I know maps or do I know maps? Come on now.
All the items.
Next question. Yeah, we're meant to give away stuff. Prof's working that out now.
I'm good at throwing.
Why does it say decoy?
You got a t-shirt cannon?
That's it.
Decoy.
Oh, that's it. You won. All right, Mike, throw some stuff into the audience for people.
We got a heroic scarf. We got a Cloud9 Boston. We got a pin. I'm gonna hurt somebody with this. And we got an HLTV keycap, and then another keycap not in the box. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and do this without taking anyone's eye out. We're gonna start with a pin, so if I kill someone, we start early. Let me hear you. Come on. Come on. All right. That worked all right. That worked all right. All right, what do we got? I need to get some altitude. How far does this go?
You can use the handheld if you want.
Here we go. All right. Tiny keycap. Good luck. Good luck.
That's gone deep.
Someone's getting it, and I have no clue who. Slightly larger keycap in a box. Same keycap, though, right? We're going right. I can't throw this over there. That guy's got one on. And any heroic fans in the house? I know there's one right there.
People love free shit.
It's a little familiar. All right, make some noise for the heroic scarf. Come on. Oh, good height.
All right.
Good vertical. You need to go to the combine.
Now we've got coming up next, right? We're going to bring Donna, you up to the challenge. You saw how that worked.
Yeah,
Sticker?
but I have to say, European countries are much more recognizable, right?
I'll agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree
think
with
I'm
you.
fucked. I have no, I don't know.
I also think you're fucked, but let's see.
Oh, is your quiz states? Oh, you're screwed.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
all right,
screwed.
all right, all right.
Let's go!
GG.
Please tell me it's like Philadelphia
Wait,
locations.
Is it tilted more?
No, not tilted.
Dude, it all looks the same.
No, but let's think about this. The first question, Donna.
Yeah.
Valve office is located here. Now, you went there.
You were just
Yes.
there.
You went there.
Yes.
Please fuck this one up.
Yes. Top left.
Top
On
left?
the border to Canada.
Top left. All right, locking it in. 1 from 1.
Hey.
That's what we're talking about. All right. 4 ESL 1 events took place in this city from 2016 to 2009.
I am New York.
I was at a couple of them.
Top right.
Happy with that? Hey! All right, up next.
Okay, I don't know anything else.
The second NA major was in Atlanta. Where is it?
Okay, Atlanta, scheiße.
Guys, you're supposed to cheat for me, not for her. Come on.
They're cheating for themselves.
Now, Donna, it's a bit warmer. It's a bit warmer in Atlanta.
It's a southern state, maybe? No. Wait. Hold up. I don't...
Think about the 3 southern states that you're looking at. 2 of them are very recognizable. Pick the one that's not those 2.
The one on the left is California.
Yeah.
This is Texas
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Next to California, scheiße, what is this?
Vegas.
Okay. Wait.
Come on, Chad.
Wait, hold
I'm
up.
helping. I'm Europe.
Hold up, wait. Atlanta. Is Atlanta not also like a casino city? Right? No?
They have some very recognizable strip clubs.
Recognizable to you, at least.
Oh God, it's okay. I will lose my life. I will just say.
Wait. Let's think this through.
No, come on. Let her pick.
Wait, hold up,
She's
hold
at
up.
10 minutes.
Hold up.
I would have said the one next to the one on California.
Let's see. Is anybody here from Europe? All right.
Yay!
Now there's 3 Europeans in the building. Dinko's really smart.
He is.
Dinko, which one is it? He said bottom right. Do you want to trust
Bottom right.
Dinko?
Are you lying to me? No way, you're lying to me. I trust him. Yeah, I
Bottom
take
right?
the top. Yeah, I take this.
All right, bottom right, lock it in.
It only took.
Whoa! Okay,
It only took about 10 minutes. And
I can't believe 300 people are lying.
Dude, that's
It's
crazy.
insane.
It's crazy. It's a big
Wait,
country.
guys, are you gonna do the same like in the arena?
All right, Moses and Anthros are from Grand Rapids. Find it. I'm not going to help you with this one.
Okay, wait. It has nature. I have seen
Yes,
Alex's
none
story.
of these states have nature except the one that Grand Rapids is in.
I mean,
there's no nature otherwise.
Listen,
Vegas has no nature.
So I've seen machine stories.
On the desert.
There's like lakes
There's
and
some
stuff
things.
around,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of green, so it has to be a bit more north.
Where are the lakes? Where are the lakes on the
The
map?
lakes are, is it like Mississippi. No, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Mississippi. Think Mississippi.
No.
Michigan.
Michigan.
side.
I think it's middle, like, you know this, like, this.
That one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, it was more up?
More up and to the right.
Ah, scheiße.
That's all right. You only one wrong. That's not. He got one wrong as well. Do we have any more questions?
Okay, go.
Yeah, that's.
But it was close.
It's beautiful there.
You did tell her the one.
Anyone from Michigan? There we go. And anyone from New Jersey? Yeah, we fucking love New Jersey around these parts. All right. Cloud9, FaZe, and Liquid have offices in this city.
Los Angeles.
All right. Well, you
Top all the way to the left. Yes.
lock it in.
Yay!
Is that all 5?
Yeah, it's all 5.
Donnie, you did damn well.
Yeah.
You nailed it. You happy with that?
I'm happy.
All right, well, now you get to give away some goods. Prof's going to give you some, and now you get to throw it out to the audience, try and kill some people. So we'll see if you can do your best.
Okay, wait, I have to remember who tried to cheat. Hands up, who cheated? Who lied to me?
We'll see how this goes.
What did he say?
It's a keycap.
Yeah, keycap. Ooh, HLTV keycap. Okay.
These guys are doing well down the front here. They're really getting...
Okay, one in the middle.
Do you want water?
Oh, there's some German going on.
Yo.
Das ist wunderschön, Jungs.
Who was that? Ich liebe dich.
Liebe dich. Liebe.
Yeah, okay. You're getting one. I don't know if wait, was it you?
It was this man, bald man, second row. Moses lookalike.
I want to say the same thing. Okay, on the left. Oh. Okay, short. Can I give one more extra because I did really well?
You gotta ask Prof. He's the man. I just say things.
Fine, yeah, go.
What do you want to give?
It's important to ask a question like that so that you have no choice but to say yes.
Yes.
A shirt or a pin?
Do the shirt.
Do the HLTV shirt.
He's not stingy.
There you
Holy
go.
shit. Okay. Okay. One for New Jersey.
We got a tie.
Oh. And one in the. I will throw it a bit more back in the middle. Okay.
Here we go. The guy. All right. Now look.
That was a bad throw. I'm sorry.
That was NA versus EU, but I don't think anybody won. I think we all won.
Yeah.
Yeah. You call it a tie?
I feel like Darf. He won. I feel like he won. He was more convincing.
Did NA win?
NA won.
NA won.
Okay,
Sorry,
you
it
won.
was rigged.
Okay,
It was rigged, Donna. You were never going to win.
It's fine.
All right. Now, with this in mind, we have a problem we have to solve, everybody.
Oh boy.
We need to make North American Counter-Strike a world contender again. Right? All right. Well, this here is our Fix Your Sit, brought to you by Anthros. If you tune into the show, you know we do this every week. Now, I need 2 very brave volunteers. Now, Donna's going to pick one. Mike's going to pick another. You're going to come up on stage, and you're going to explain how we make North American Counter-Strike a world contender again.
I picked the guy with the glasses on the
which
left.
one?
And like middle left, yeah, this one.
You're talking about Fire. You're picking him.
Yeah.
Stand up. Let's go.
Fire.
All right, Mike. Who you got?
Well, she went with a recognizable person.
That wasn't rigged.
There's a few recognizable people down here. You know what? I'm going to pick a Philadelphia gamer. We're going to go for it, and I swear this is actually his tag. Fat guy, come on up. You'd really like this, Chad. We had fat guy sitting next to Melanin.
All right. Wow. All right. Well, Mike, as you're the winner of the quiz, we'll let your representative go first. You be getting him up on stage?
Get up here. Get up here, fat
guys,
guy.
go through the stairs over here and come. Oh, that works too. All right, take a seat. You're going to take the microphone, and I'm going to give you I'll give you 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
Yeah.
60 seconds
Take
is good.
a seat. And
Hello, everybody. We're out here talking about NA Counter-Strike tonight. This is something we all know and love, right? All right. Now, as Mike said right here, I've gone to so many Philadelphia events. I went to Launders Lands. I've been to so many events. The thing that we need to go out to these events, everybody, even the noobs. Yeah! Each one of you, the more we participate, the more we grow together. And as we grow together, we are able to become something bigger. That's something, if we think back to our roots, back in the early days of 1.6, like everybody, it would be local land circuits on like the West Coast. They're on the Midwest, East Coast. We need to get that scene back. So let's hear it, everybody. Let's get to land!
Amen! Amen!
There's a lot of passion there. I love what I'm seeing. All right, all right. Give the mic to fire. Here we go. All right. The rallying cry for USA.
Amen.
It's going to be tough to top that. Let's see what you got.
Fellas, we need more nationalism. We need more American. We need to get these imports out of here. We need more American. We need more venture capitalist investment. We need more player salaries bigger to the moon. And let's get the fucking land. Let's go.
Mate, if we start a riot and we get kicked off campus, you're the one going to jail, all right? I just want to make that clear. There's a sensitive time out there at the moment. All right.
Yeah, I think we had some protests about that.
Yeah, that was a bit... Okay, well, those are the two representatives. Now, do we like Fire? Do we like... Well, I guess... Do we like Mike's representative? What about Donna's? Woo! I think the venture capitalism and higher salaries really got people. So, Prof...
If there's one thing people can relate to, it's venture capitalists.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing out there. We all love a rich guy. Prof, what do we do now?
I don't know, maybe give him the shirt, one of the shirts.
We're running out of gear.
We have one more left.
We got two.
Okay, well, we can give him one. Give him the big one.
All right. All right, well, we're flying through this, aren't we? Where are we at right now? We're at 8:15.
Perfectly on time, I feel like.
Perfectly on time.
Yeah.
So we probably do a couple more minutes with Mike and Donna right now.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you guys are going to be in the arena the whole weekend. Anything you want to say to the people? Anything you want from the people while we're there?
You want to start?
Yeah, I can do a few. First off, fuck yeah, American crowd, let's go. Some people aren't sure about this, and I keep assuring them, I don't know, I think we're going to blow the roof off that place. Now, I do have one request. In Dallas, we might have gone just a little overboard with the fuck you Apex chant. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying pick your moments. Pick your moments and maybe come up with like 2 or 3 more that we can sprinkle in there just to keep things a little bit fresh. You can't do it after the pistol.
Well, hold up, Mike, hold up. You've got a great platform right now. Because if let's say that even pockets of these 300 people start some chants while we're out there in the arena, they can really influence the crowd.
This is true.
So let's put our creative hats on right now. We got 8 teams. We got a bunch of games. What are we thinking can be acceptable chants here? Because the ambulance, are you guys going to be able to do that the whole arena? How long is that going to last?
A long time.
I don't just want to hear "Let's go, FaZe, let's go." Right? I want to hear something else. We got anything for simple? Right? Do we have anything creative? Fuck you, Moses. That's a new one. All right.
Fuck you, Moses would be a new one. Maybe when the desk is out there. I hear they're putting them out in the broadcast a lot.
The Australians chanted "We are autistic."
I mean,
that's what they did.
Why not?
They also chanted "Fuck you, Twitch chat."
We could do that. We did that. We did that in Dallas. We hit that in Dallas too. I think we need to get a little creative. Fuck Flom. I'm sure there'll be plenty of signs.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of signs. I'm sure Prof can relate to that one right now.
Definitely fuck Flom.
Fuck Flom. Maybe we do some, we need some pro-Simple chants, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The crowd is, you're going to be rallying behind Simple, right? Actually, you know what?
What about
that.
a leash?
We're going to have a leash.
Yeah.
Let's get a leash chant. So how do we get a leash chant going? My liege, a liege? That too complicated?
Let's go Baldy.
I like it.
Let's go Baldy is pretty strong.
Let's go Baldy.
Let's go Baldy. You know what? He has embraced it.
I like
It's not bad. All right, well, we're going to task you guys.
I think he might be the only one, actually, now that I think about it. We got some shaved heads.
Yeah?
But I think he's the only bald.
NQZ's a buzz cut kind of guy?
Yeah, but that's by choice.
Doesn't count.
All right, well...
That's the Connor.
We'll let you guys workshop it overnight. I want creativity, all right? Let's get some creativity out of Austin. Now, Donna, what do you want to say to the people?
Just that American Pride is like actually amazing. I was in Dallas 2 times now, and they've been like so creative with their outfits and their signs. So yeah, I'm super excited for Austin. I think it's gonna be even crazier than Dallas. I've seen the arena today. It's amazing. It's like bigger than Dallas, and more people are gonna be there. So yeah, just do what you did in Dallas, guys, and even more. And let's make this a super crazy major that we will not forget.
Nice. All right. Thank you to Donna. Thank you to Mike. We'll get you guys out of here. Thank you for your time. Make some noise for Donna and Mike, everybody.
Thank you.
We're also going to be getting rid of... Thank you, Donna. Thank you very much.
Before I leave...
Before you leave.
Before I leave, my liege.
Yes.
Should we...
Let's do it.
Deal with this.
Did everybody sign up to try and win the chair? All right. Do we need to get Jordan out here?
Let's get Jordan up here.
All right. Jordan from Anthros, everybody. Sponsor of the show.
We spilled something.
That's all right. Is it just water?
It is just water.
That's fine.
It is just water.
We can get away with that. Water's fine. All right. So Lucas is going to randomly draw a winner, but we got Jordan up here first.
How much time do you need?
2 minutes for Lucas. All right. Whack on a headset, Jordan. Would you? Let's. Are you from Michigan?
What's that?
Are you from Michigan, where the chairs are made?
I am not from Michigan.
Because Jason wants to come over and tour the facility in Michigan.
Oh yeah, he definitely can do that.
Yeah, he can come out.
Oh yeah, there's the whole quarters there and everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so Jason, there you go. Open invitation. You can go out there. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So you know you've got a bunch of hooligans out here this evening who are loving everything.
I love them. I love them.
Right, we're going to give away one of these chairs.
Yeah.
What should the people know about Anthros?
Oh man, there's so much to talk about. This chair is a life-changing.
I'm sitting on one right now, very comfortable.
It's just it allows you to sit for a very long time and play the way you want to play. Just like how we love to change our settings every time we play. You know, we're always customizing it. We now have that in the chair, so it actually can adjust to where you want it to be instead of you adjusting to the chair, right? So the top and the bottom actually move on its own. So you can actually be precision.
Someone's going to win one of these, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what the deal with this tonight is they can either take, if they're from Austin and they win, they can take it home with them tonight.
Absolutely. And it's signed too.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's a selling point for someone. Maybe to some of them, I don't know. Or if they're not from town, can we ship it to them?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's pretty exciting. No matter where you're from, we can get you the chair. Everyone happy with that?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, well, Lucas says we have a winner. Lucas, are you ready to reveal the winner up on screen? Oh, I guess it could be doxing people.
It's just a name. It's just a name. It's fine.
Okay.
Here it is.
All right.
Drum roll. Do we have a drum roll?
Let's show it. Well, we got to make our own around here. There's
there it is.
Roll for us. Drum roll, please.
Yes. Oh, what is it? Oh, there it is.
Deberto Hernandez?
There he is. Hernandez. Let's go.
We're giving away shirts, chairs, pins, making up chants, all the good stuff. All right. I got the handheld mic here, Prof. Do you want to sort this one out? All right. Yeah. All right.
Oh, congratulations. So, are you taking it home, sir, or do you want it shipped?
Ship it.
Ship it.
Okay.
We'll get
Thank you.
We'll get you the chair. Jordan, talk to Jordan. He'll sort you out. He'll hook you up. He'll work it all out. And congratulations. Yeah, nice. All right.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate y'all. You guys are awesome. See you at the major.
All right. Are you done now, Prof? Am I waving goodbye? Prof's out of here. Now it's just me. Jesus, that was close, wasn't it? Fucking hell. It's controversial around here, isn't it? Okay, look, we got one last segment of the show to go. We're going to bring back Striker. Oh, what do we got here? More goodies. Liquid goodies to give away. All right, we got some more stuff to give away. That's great news. Now, Striker, take a seat. We'll sit you down. Fucking hell. Who brought this guy?
What's happened here?
Someone's been fucking with the cables by the looks of things.
Opa.
What have you been doing?
I got some new stuff to give away from Liquid.
That's great news.
Yeah.
But we got 2 more guests, everybody. You know them. You love them. Make some noise for Scrawny and Launders.
Racist, racist, racist. Oh, you done fucked up.
It's so good we're on a
fucked up,
university
Ted.
campus, isn't it?
Only in esports.
You know?
Is this possible?
Oh dear, we've had fire here asking us to deport people. You know, you guys are talking about races.
It's a crazy show, man.
It's been quite a night, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Last
Thank you.
time, well, you guys were with us in Paris, weren't you?
Yeah.
That was a banger of a show right
Oh,
there.
yeah,
We had a good time there. Where do we start? Right, the major. We're 12 days deep as far as the group stages are concerned. The playoffs are about to kick off, and I don't know. Let's say, what's your favourite story so far?
I don't know, maybe Elysian playoffs?
Nice bit of pandering there.
Come on.
I like it.
It's got to be FaZe on the easy side of playoffs.
Yeah.
On the easy side of playoffs.
I've heard about this FaZe Silver.
You know, when we were in Bucharest, or it was, what's the city beside Bucharest we did? Cluj. When we were in Cluj, Richard had this funny line where he said, "What if I told you Paris didn't count?" And we were just laughing about that, right? Because Vitality had this easy run. But what I told Connor after, I was like, no one gives a fuck how you got to finals, who you beat in finals. If you won the major, you won the major.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people who are watching this, let's say FaZe do win, and Simple does win, and he gets that MVP after his 1.35 stage 3. In history, when we look back, all they're going to remember is that Simple MVP to major as a stand-in for another Kerrigan team that was supposed to be temporary, and that's it.
Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't matter if they got through Pain, FURIA, Mongolz, or whoever to get there.
Let's see. Let's test. Who beat Fnatic? Who did Fnatic beat at the first major ever? Shut up, Jason. Fucking hell, he's tainting the pool. All right, some of you know it. That didn't really help my point. All right, well, what I want to do with the two of you is pit you against each other, because you're always on the same team.
True.
But right now, we're going to split you up. You're going to stay where you sit. I'm going to give you some buzzers right now.
Oh,
Pass
shit.
that over to Mohan, if you could. Take this one here, if you could, Connor. Okay, so
bad one, or?
we like to... Well, they both work, I think. Give them a test. All right, they work. So I'm going to need the people in the audience to keep them honest on who buzzes first, because I can hardly see. So you're going to be my referees out there.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
So we're about to get into everyone's favorite game show. Who wants to be a Skinionaire?
Last time I was on the show, I didn't.
Look, when you have Dimitri doing the
bombed
questions, it's fucking tough, man. I don't blame you.
You did them again.
He did them again.
He did do them again. Now, this is Who Wants to Be a Skinionaire, brought to you by Skin Place. For the people at home in Twitch or Kick Chat, type Skin Place right now for your chance to enter the draw. And we've got some goodies right here that we can give away to everybody in the arena as well. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to have 10 questions. We're going to go through all 10 questions. Whoever ends up with the most correct wins. If you draw, it's a draw. That's fine. You know, we love that. We love a draw. Who doesn't love a draw?
I actually don't love a draw.
Yeah, someone's got to win.
Okay, well, look, once we get there, I think we'll find out a way to get through that. We can flip a coin. I think that's a pretty safe method.
We can fist
we'll
fight.
let the people at home decide which one out of the two of you they like more. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's kick things off. Lucas, are you ready? Lucas is ready. I'm ready. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready.
Ready as I will be.
All right. Let's get into this. So we're giving away the max prize to the people at home. So everybody wins today, besides one of you two, because you don't want to draw. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Austin is notable for having the record number of comedians, Teslas, barbecues, frags on a CS2 map.
I'll go with frags on a CS2 map. Senzu, baby.
Now, look, I don't know if you were first or if he was first.
It was launders.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Strikers, are you locking in frags on a CS2 map?
Yeah. Or, well, it's frags on a major, but... yeah, I'll go frags on the CS2 map.
Well, I'm locking it in.
I'll do it. Senzu, I'm doing it.
And the correct answer is frags on a CS2 map. I would have liked it to have been like Teslas or something.
Yeah.
You know?
It could have been all those things, actually.
We've kept it Counter-Strike themed.
Yeah.
That was quite the game of Counter-Strike. Was that the one you guys, were you casting that one? Or were you doing the...
Yeah, we cast that one.
Yeah, that's right. That was a fucking
Because
banger
you
of
were
a game.
waiting an hour and a half on the green room.
Oh my God. Jason and Maui and Banks were waiting on the desk for like, they went out where the game was almost over and then they had to sit there for an hour and a half.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
desk.
People don't know this, but when we're casting and we get like close to overtime, we know the analysts have to go up and wait at the desk.
Yes.
So when you go deep in overtime, it's kind of like there's a sick pleasure in knowing that they have to stand there the whole time.
Headsets on, ready to go. They can't go anywhere. They're chained. All right, question number 2. Striker, you got to keep count.
Yeah.
In quintuple overtime, how many rounds do you need to win the game?
That was launders.
25.
God damn it. Quintuple.
4 overtimes.
20. Oh, fuck. Is it 28? Or 29?
The crowd's trying to help you here. Listen, look.
25. I got this wrong the other day during that record map.
Yeah, I thought it was the same amount.
Quintuple.
It's 4. Where's 5?
That's
Quintuple's 5.
Double's 5. So it's 29?
It's 28.
It's 29. It would be 4, right?
This is so yes. All right, this is crazy. This is a crazy question considering this was for us.
This is why the question's in here.
We just cast the Senzu game that went into 5 overtimes. You explained to the broadcast, guys, when the score hits 28, that team wins. And me, like a smartass, corrected you and went.
Oh wait, it's not even an option. Yeah, I picked 28.
It is. What are you talking about?
No, I said 29.
Answer's 27.
Yeah.
What?
28.
28.
Connor, you're doing the broadcast thing again.
You were wrong about it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be wrong again.
Wait.
Stick to your guns, kids.
Who buzzed first?
Stick to your guns.
At the beginning, Launders did. But he had the wrong.
He also
had the
just
wrong
locked in 27.
But he had the wrong answer, so I don't know who the fuck we give.
All
it
right,
to.
crowd. Who are we letting answer the question? Is it Scrawny? Or is it Launders? All right, Scrawny. You get to answer the question. Now you can go for the real answer.
All right.
Now I have to do the math again.
You actually fucked this up.
Yeah, I did.
Walk us through it.
You had it.
Quintuple overtime.
28.
Lock it in 28. Correct answer is...
Yeah?
28.
Woo! Thank you. This is the brains of the operation.
You're doing it for them, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
All right, question number 3.
Oof, sweating bullets.
Which event did Fallen win in the year Snow was born? Was it ESWC 2002? Was it Brazil Cup 2007 Sao Paulo? Or was it TWC 2015 qualifier? Launders.
I mean, it has to be ESWC 2002. Because he wasn't born in 2007, was he? Oh, wait. Oh, he's 18. He was born in 2007. Yeah.
I think we got to give it to Scrawny, man. I think
Wait. He didn't lock in the answer.
Yeah, I didn't. And I did the math. And I know how old he is. And I know. Okay, he did have the answer, but everybody wins.
You can't buzz it and then like guess your way through it, man.
I love
you have
Striker.
To, you have to have
I didn't
the
even pay
first.
him.
Fucking stickler for the rules down here.
Yeah.
So, all right, Mr. Referee, who's getting the answer?
First answer counts. Launders said the first answer. You can tell me if he's right or wrong.
Well, I know he's wrong.
But there you go.
Brazil Cup 2000.
Well, I can lock it in and nobody gets a point. Do we like that outcome?
Do you guys like that outcome?
No.
All right, Scrawny, what do you want to give the answer to?
Brazil Cup 2007 Sao Paulo.
He's a smart guy. He's a genius.
See, we work out the rules as we go. We work out the rules as we go.
I can't fathom people being born in 2007.
No, it doesn't seem real. Is anybody in this room born from 2007 or after? Thank God. Okay, I might have to kick him out. All right, question number 4. How many maps did Falcons win in the major? 2, 3, 4, or 5? Scrawny.
Take it away.
2.
Locking in 2. Correct answer is...
Oh, should have let me take that one.
They beat OG.
I made eye contact with one person, and he looked really confident. So, swang for the fences.
Yeah, it was a 3-mapper against MIVR. And they beat
sorry.
OG.
Oh, I thought the question was how many shots did Monacy miss on banana?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Poor Ilya. All right. So it's 2-1 still in favor of Connor. Question number 5. Well, now we can't have a tie. Oh, we still could. During the major, Twist said that the boot camp made them feel... Connor.
Twist was exhausted from working for a week.
Locking in be exhausted. Correct answer is... Any hot takes on this, gentlemen?
I really wish he would have elaborated as to what went on. Like, what was the exhaustion caused by? Because I feel like a boot camp has to be a real fuck-up for you to come out negatively like that.
I'd agree.
So I wish I had more details because...
Should have boot camped the damn treadmill, you know what I mean?
No,
not really.
Work on that cardio.
It's provocative.
Have some more energy for the land.
All right, 3-1. We're going to go to question number 6. Let's jump into question number 6 here.
It's under there, I think.
I don't know.
Oh, counting the matches from all stages, which players have the lowest rating of the major?
Isn't it under the...
Oh, man.
What? Am I sitting on something?
I don't know. We lost the microphone.
No, I think it's under the liquid T-shirts, I think.
It's
no?
not under
Prof.
the shirts.
No?
It's not here.
Oh, it's not. Never mind.
It's in Mongolz chair.
I have it.
Oh, there we go. Prof.
We found it.
Hey.
We found it. All right, there we go. We've got it.
We lost the plot.
I might have farted on it.
All right, that's all right.
We lost the moment.
No, we can bring it back. That's all right, Prof. Just throw on some Spanish.
Scrawny already locked in, so you can...
Okay, well, to read out the question for our audio-only listeners, they're my favorite listeners. Counting matches from all stages, which of these players has the lowest rating at the major? Was it Leah, Electronic, or NAF?
I know for a fact it's not Electronic.
Okay.
I know that after day 2 of stage 3, it was Lear. But based on that last map, I'm going to lock in NAFly.
Liquid taking L's.
And it
Locking
hurts.
in NAF, correct answer is... No one's happy about that.
Let's get that Canada flag up one time.
There's a little propaganda going on. We're in North America. We're talking about Twist and NAF and negative light. What's happening here?
I didn't make these questions. You look at the wrong guy.
It was Dimitri.
Dimitri every damn time.
Yeah.
Poor Dimitri. All right, 4-1. You're going to struggle to get back into this, Mohan. I think it's question number 7.
4, isn't it? 3-1?
It's 4 after that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're flying through these. All right, question number 7. Who was in the major playoffs most recently?
Elige.
That was quick.
Locking in Elige. Correct answer is... Elige!
Yeah. I'm like, it can't be simple. It can't be falling, so...
That was quick. All right.
Crowd had you doubting.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while for Fallen. That's a story about this playoffs. And then for Simple, he hasn't even played.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, you can still tie this up if you go flawless, Mohan, through the rest of these questions.
Okay. I like that.
Okay, so question number 8. If Legacy made the playoffs, would European teams be in the minority in the playoffs? Would European teams be in the minority?
No.
All right, locking in no. Correct answer is?
Because it's Pain, Furia, it'd be them, and it'd be Mongolz.
Asia.
Oh. European teams be in the minority of the... let me work this out a second, because this is a Dimitri fucking special right here. So we had Furia, we had Pain. We had Mongolz. Right? Then we had...
You have Vitality,
FaZe?
MOUZ, FaZe, and Spirit.
This is a shit question. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, because that's 4.
I agree with that guy. Fuck Dimitri.
Yeah. I'm being set up over here.
What is it? Prof, as the official adjudicator who's off site right now, what are you saying?
No excuse. VAR. It's in. It's in.
It's in. He's right. Woo! All right.
If I had to guess, Dimitri probably he probably broke up Europe and the CIS region.
Well, that's bullshit.
I think so
That's
too.
not how it works.
You know, I'm trying to give Dimitri a bone here.
All right. Well,
I literally calculated the racism in playoffs. That's how I knew that it was the 2 Brazilian teams, the Mongolians, and then they would be the extra.
Question number 9. What's the score, Striker?
6-1 now? 5-1?
What the hell? I just got another one.
I think it's 4-3, but that's all right. I did ask you to keep score.
I thought he was on my side.
Question number 9. In the South American MRQ, Legacy lost to Bestia and Red Canid, MIBR, or Fluxo.
I'm going Fluxo.
What are you really like, art or something?
Somebody likes Fluxo losing.
All right, well, I'm going to lock in Fluxo here. I have no idea. Correct answer is?
Come on, baby.
Jesus.
Yeah, well done.
So Legacy only lost to Bestia, they lost to Fluxo, and they still made it stage 3.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's Counter-Strike, Chad. That's Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
That's something special. FaZe really are winning the major. All right, you're all tied up 4 apiece.
Told you.
All tied up 4 apiece.
Yep.
We got 1 question left. It all comes down to this.
Dimitri just said, "Get fucking
That was
ready."
Lucas. Dimitri ain't here.
Sorry. Okay.
All right, question number 10.
You sound like a Dimitri, by the way.
Question number 10, here we go. At 35, who's the oldest player in the Austin playoffs?
It's Kerrigan.
Hey, we didn't even check who buzzed first.
Striker, this is the big decision to make right now.
Who buzzed first?
I'm going to say it was Scrawny.
Whoa!
It's Kerrigan. It's Kerrigan.
Kerrigan? Locking in C, Kerrigan. Correct answer is... And Scrawny takes it!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But it's a communist game. We all win in the end.
Yeah, well, Mohan, is there anything you want to say for your performance this evening? You started slow, finished strong, but couldn't get the W.
Feeling like Falcons right now.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So. All right, so we got some goods to give away here, Scrawny.
Yeah.
We got a couple T-shirts, got a couple mugs. Prof, how much should we give away with this one?
However much we want. We don't have anything
I have a
else
favor
left.
to ask.
Yeah.
I think I should be able to take off the headset, take one of these shirts, or maybe a couple of things, head up that alley, and throw something for the guys in the back.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, eh? Yeah. Look, nobody in the front's cheering, though.
You can take...
I got you guys.
All of this.
All of that.
All that.
We don't want to like divide a little.
Well, we can a little bit. We can do like one of them.
What's this? Is this like a mouse?
These are
plushie, no?
Yeah. Okay. So
Should I take one up the other side or something
yeah,
like
go
that?
for it.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, this is like Ellen DeGeneres
all right,
or something.
split this shit up. You get a pin. I don't know what this is for. Take that. I think we're happy with that. I think this one here has to stay. I don't know what this is for. What are we doing with this?
Oh.
We'll save it.
All right. All right. All right. And you get something. And you get something. Hey.
All right, while that fanfare's going on, Lucas, we got our winners for the people at home. All right,
Let's throw this. This is way too big.
This is for the people at home.
This is way I can't. I can't. It's that's biased. That's biased. Head it back. Head it back. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes, guys.
Oh no, this is not gonna end well.
Found you, man. There you go, brother.
All right, that was
and, a keycap. And one more pin.
A man of the people.
This guy loves talking to the
He doesn't he? He loves it. All right. So that was Who Wants to Be a Skinionaire, brought to you by Skin Place. We gave away some goodies. We got our winners at home. They're on screen right now. There's, what is that, Arkles74 on Kick and CJ Bizzle on Twitch.
Pretty good name. That's a strong name, man.
So congratulations to them. Okay, so this is what we're going to do next. I do need Lucas's help right now, so I'm probably putting him on the spot. So Lucas, at any point, if you're able to bring up the bracket, and that's where we're going to kick this one off right now. So obviously we've got our 8 playoff teams, gentlemen. But what I want to do is I want to get the crowd interaction, because they've been wonderful tonight, to help populate the bracket, and then we'll talk about the matches that they've populated, why we might think they're right or wrong, you know, and we can talk through it from that kind of perspective. So, look, I can go through it right now. Lucas will be bringing it up on screen in a moment. While he's doing that, for the playoffs, right? Obviously, the Simple's a big storyline, and Vitality's the other big storyline for me, to be fair. What else, if we were to go a little bit deeper in the weeds? You know, the Mongolz. I know you go for a FaZe Silver, but the Mongolz, right? That really backs up the racism narrative.
Yeah, Mongolz would be pretty incredible. It's sort of a question of like they've already just lost to FaZe, and they kind of collapsed as well when they lost to FaZe. So the question is, are they going to be really good in playoffs? And if they get to the finals, do they have a better chance versus someone like FaZe? But if they won, I think that would be pretty fucking exciting. I think in North America, Mongols have a lot of fans, don't they? We love some Asians, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, look, I think that there was a lot of cheers to them in Dallas, and if that continues now in Austin, I think it's going to be great because everyone loves an underdog. But we also have FURIA versus Pain.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, that's huge.
Right? Would we prefer the unknowns of Pain, or would we prefer the older heads of FURIA? Yakinda's in there, Molodoy.
I got this one. So
yeah.
I think in this head-to-head, man, I just remember on the last day of Stage 3 before Pain ended up playing versus Virtus Pro, I walked into the cafeteria, and I saw all of FURIA sitting with all of Pain at one big table, just hyping them up, you know, kind of like Brazil on Brazil support to get them all going. And the fact that this is now a head-to-head in playoffs is both heartbreaking but kind of inspiring. So I say, Biguzero, who's taken his teams to top 16 so regularly and keeps on finding these guys like Snow and builds them up, I think this is the time that the team that commits to Brazil. You know, FURIA changed to an international roster out of nowhere. They pick up Yakindar, who failed in Liquid, but then also Molodoi, who none of us had ever heard of. None of us had ever heard of.
There's a guy from Kazakhstan over here. I bet he heard of him.
Okay, other than this guy, nobody had ever heard the word Molodoi. And yeah, I just think that this is a chance for Pain to be the team that finally kind of gets to carry the torch for Brazilian Counter-Strike, surpassed the grandfather in Fallen, and now we can really give Biguzero his flowers, because this, for a guy who has always been chipping away at top 16 at majors regularly, he is finally in top 8, and it'd be amazing to see him take that further to a semifinal.
He just re-signed with Pain as well.
Yeah, I could steelman the FURIA side, even though they went in the other direction and went international. They brought international to Cacerado, which is what it feels like they did. Watching them play at this major, they are undoubtedly a great team right now.
Okay.
I think it might be a honeymoon, but it's the right time to have one. And I think they're playing great CS. I think Molodoi is, no questions.
He's the highest rated player.
He's one of the top rated players of the event. He's actually amazing to watch. Fallen as a rifle is working. I don't like cheering for a team that can't win the event.
Okay.
I don't think Pain can. I think FURIA could on the right day right now.
Okay. Let's get that bracket back up if we can, Lucas. Please. All right, so let's start there. You guys made a lot of noise at the start when we were doing the this or that with the players, so I want that type of energy right now. Who thinks FURIA is going to win versus Pain? Okay.
Yakindar is North American after all.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who thinks Pain's going to beat FURIA? I think FURIA wins that one.
Yeah,
FURIA
does win.
FURIA does win. All right. Okay, let's go to the other side of the bracket. Let's start with Spirit FURIA. Lucas, lock in FURIA.
Oh,
you got to be logged in.
You have to be logged in.
Well,
you just make an account.
You know, you should have an account. Surely you've got one. Yeah. I changed the password. I think they also worked out I used the same password for my Crunchyroll account. I got like 3 different messages today. Like someone logged in from Spain. There was all over the place. Oh, fuck, I'll change that one too. So
Man of the people.
Yeah, you know, it was good while it lasted.
Now you're getting all these lolly recommendations.
Yeah, fucking hell.
What the?
That came out of nowhere.
Oh wait, is that the? Oh, never mind. I didn't realize that was a really.
I didn't know what racist meant.
Oh dear. All right, Lucas, how are we looking over there, Chief? 1 minute, he says. All right, we'll just tread water out here like a.
He's actually making an account right now.
We can talk about the other one for now.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yeah. So Spirit versus MOUZ, Striker. Where do you land on that one?
I wasn't really sold on either of them, to be honest, during the groups. But I think
Spirit didn't lose a fucking game.
I know, but I mean the way that they were winning out, I don't think that was that convincing. But I still think that.
What do you mean it wasn't that convincing?
Spirit were way more than MOUZ were.
What wasn't convincing? Was it their opponents?
No, it was about like some of the early games that I thought that there was just like so many rounds that just went in a way where they looked so disjointed. Like the Anubis game that they played against
Navi.
Yeah, that should be the one. There were like 3 rounds that they purely threw.
All right.
Because they played it so disjointed that I felt like I just wasn't super sold on.
All right, somebody made the ambulance noise. It's coming to pick you up. Here are the score lines in their 4 games, or 3 games, 4 maps. 13-3 against Pain, 13-7 against Linvision, 13-11 is the closest map against Navi on Anubis, and 13-3 on Train. It's pretty convincing.
Yeah.
They didn't lose a map.
Apart from that one.
Do you think they were convincing, Connor?
I think Spirit were very convincing. They kind of went 3-0 and just dominated.
That's as convincing as you can be, right?
Pretty sure you can't win any more than they did. And I'm pretty sure you can't lose any less than they did.
Yeah.
So, fuck you, Striker.
Yeah. Oh,
I guess that's where we go.
I mean, it's versus MOUZ. Like, what team would, you know?
I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, it's versus MOUZ. I think this is pretty decisive. If I could steelman MOUZ, it might be the fact that Torzi has brought on this new persona of extreme energy to be sort of like a land-focused player that I think MOUZ have always really needed. When we've listened in to MOUZ comms, it has been Torji is like the loudest guy. But I think at this event specifically, he's made it a point to be like, every round, I'm going to make sure that we're on the same page in terms of energy, and he's like doing that. So maybe they can reach like a new level of consistency in playoffs with him.
I think at the end it was kind of like just compensating for the fact that they
He
were
was compensating
just about to be eliminated.
But he also, it worked, I think.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
No, but he said, so I had a talk today with Torzi actually, discussing playoffs, and Torzi was telling me that he has, because I asked about this new persona that you're talking about, right? Which I do think is a driving force for MOUZ in order to show, excuse me, in order to show the resilience that they did. He used the word poise a lot. He said that if you don't enter every single round of Counter-Strike, despite if you're facing elimination, a map loss, a match loss, whatever, if you don't have presence and if you don't have poise and if you don't get that out of the entirety of your team, and these are his words, he said, you don't deserve to fucking be here. And so that kind of a fire in a guy like Torzi, when I feel like the fair criticism of Brolin was he didn't have that like leader of men kind of aura about him that Shuhei certainly had.
Yep.
Torzi is, Brolin might be the in-game leader, might be. Torji is the captain of this roster, and I think that MOUZ entered the Copenhagen. First of all, this is a team that's been in every major playoffs for CS2 so far. Their stage got rushed during Copenhagen, and they were already losing.
They're in the semis of Shanghai, and they lost the eventual winners.
Exactly, and so I think that it's almost like we're talking about the team that is the only team that's really pushed. If that was a best of 3 in Lisbon, MOUZ beat Vitality this year already in a grand finals.
Okay.
Right? The first two of the first
It's kind of
matches,
unfair just because the veto would look different.
Veto this. Yeah.
But
But I just think that like MOUZ have done a good thing, or not, maybe not a good thing, but MOUZ have done something interesting here in Austin in lowering our expectations right before the major playoffs runs. And giving themselves this newfound fire that is, you didn't do what Falcons did, which is just bow out of the event. You did run it back, and you fought for it. And so, I don't know, man. I think MOUZ could be like the upset of the playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did like the energy that Toji's been bringing, but I like the fact that what's been different from previously is now he's even got some negative energy, but using it in a positive way. Like when shit's going wrong, he's pissed off, and that pissed off energy is being used as a positive thing for the team to feed off of, instead of it just being, we're losing a half 9-3. I'm smashing the desk. Like I care, and I think that level from him as well is nice to see, because it can't always just be like sunshine and rainbows. It's not always going to work out. But let's do this.
Do you find it relatable?
Yeah. I love smashing desks. All right, let's bring back up the bracket, Lucas. Let's get the people in the audience to have a vote here. Who thinks Spirit are going to beat MOUZ? Okay. Who thinks MOUZ are going to beat Spirit? Spirit it is. That was pretty clear. All right, I'll stay with the audience. Who thinks NAVI are going to beat Vitality? We got to check these people out, all right? Who thinks Vitality are going to beat NAVI? Now, I think the question for us here, I'll start with you, Striker, is there a world where NAVI could even make this an interesting series?
I have NAVI going to the final.
Sorry, what?
I have, because of pickups and how
just speak up again.
How they've gone so far. I literally just went for the playoffs for like the weirdest storyline that I think anybody could have come up with going into this major, where Simple goes up against NAVI and beats them in the final.
Okay.
Oh, so you have them in the final, but you have FaZe winning the final versus NAVI.
FaZe winning the final versus NAVI.
That's wild. I mean, the thing is, right? If anybody tells you you can't pick NAVI, how could you explain Copenhagen? It was they were the least likely team, betting odds favored to make it to the finals to win. They lost more rounds than they won. They still made it happen. So it's like fool me once, sort of. I think with them. But yeah, they're not going to make it.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't actually believe this. It's just like whatever. Fuck it. Like I haven't gotten any of the stages right so far.
It's pick a mania that we're in right now.
Might as well just try and throw something out there.
But does anyone actually believe it? Like, could any?
No, absolutely not.
No. So Vitality are strong favorites. Did they bounce back from the legacy loss?
I'll actually give them a 10%. I think I would even have NAVI more likely than like MOUZ.
Okay.
Because I think if they're good enough, if they show that they're good enough, their peak, I think they could make it through this bracket. If MOUZ are on the other side, their peak, I don't think they could.
Okay, all right.
So
I think that's fair. This one's really clear-cut, though, in my mind, right? I think just, like, they bounced back Vitality. They lost 5 rounds on average over the next 4 maps they played. They dominated everybody they played, and they're back on track. And it's probably good. They got the boogeyman up their back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we don't have to worry about the streak anymore. You hear it from all of them in the interview. They're all just focused on and it'd be, in my mind, like, the FaZe story is the best story, but the Vitality story is the one that's the most merit-based, and it reinforces what we've seen throughout the season.
It would also just be a little ugly for us in terms of narratives because, when Liquid happened, rest in peace, 2019 player break happened, Berlin, they got knocked out in quarters or whatever by Astralis, semis or whatever it was. If that happens again, what do we call this part of the year with Vitality? We are all just wanting to be able to say the era once for the first time in 6 years. And we couldn't truly say it for Liquid, even though we kind of do colloquially. I think that would just be kind of sucky because you don't always get a streak this long. You don't always get a team that is so favored to win. So I think once in a while the idea that dominance, can crescendo like this would be actually nice. And then we could let somebody else kind of take over.
Yeah.
But with Simple here in playoffs, it's too special.
With a Liege.
Yeah, with a Liege,
I mean, for me, it was kind of like once I saw Falcons go out, I was like, that's the team that I thought would get there finally. After the 4 times that they got so close.
Striker was going to bed every night.
I was like, yeah.
Okay.
I just don't. Nobody else has gotten that close. Even MOUZ, like, okay, they had a couple of series where it was like where they had a chance, but there was never like Falcons where they had like 3 different games.
It wasn't 12-6 on Nuke.
I mean, that's that's the biggest one everybody remembers. But even 2 other games when like the Rivals final also was very close.
Yes.
Where Falcons could have won, and there was one more game like a group stage or something where it was pretty close as well. So once they got out of the way, I was like, okay, no way. I thought he's winning this.
All right, so we agree with you so far. Let's get into the next series here. This is going to be the Mongolz versus FaZe. Now, this one, I think we're going to have a split audience right now. Who thinks the Mongolz going to beat FaZe? Not as split as I thought it was going to be. All right. FaZe win. Who thinks FaZe is going to beat the Mongolz?
And honestly, like, bro, this is like unbelievable. The idea that Simple and ZyWoo could play in a major final this year is completely unreal.
Simple just takes 2 years off, just comes back up.
Yeah, if you're just like new to the game, I mean, this just doesn't. When's the last time something like that happened?
It's not even could, it's should at this point.
Should,
Because you look at that side of the bracket, like who, like though you don't have anybody else over FaZe at the moment.
FaZe have some of the best stats in the last stage, and they had a 3-1. Yeah. It's like the first time in forever I remember them even going 3-1 instead of 3-2.
Yeah.
And I will say this, I mean, he's always been talking about, like, it almost felt like Simple didn't really give a shit about playing until this point, because he's always been talking about, like, I want to play in front of people, I want to be on the stage, and like that's what matters to me. And like up until this point, we've heard that like 5 times from Simple. Now he gets to do it.
Let me just check something. Are we more excited for a Liege or Simple? Make some noise for a Liege.
Let's get our priorities straight.
Okay. So make some noise for Simple.
Just a little bit less. Still excited.
So very excited for a Liege, a little bit less for Simple. That's fair enough.
That's good.
I think that's reasonable.
That's us moving in the right direction as a community.
But out of all the teams, is a FaZe the favorite for everybody here, like in terms of fan favorite? Not for the bees. The bees don't fuck with them, but
can we like ask someone who doesn't think this is a good thing? Can we?
FaZe?
That would think that this isn't a good idea. Is there anyone that doesn't think FaZe winning would be a great story? There's literally no one.
Right. Yeah. See, it's a good story.
Do you have an argument?
I just think Mongolz,
Okay. That's fair enough, though. Like, if there's one team on that side of the bracket, that might be an interesting.
But what does it say if Simple can just come back and deliver like this, and FaZe do, like, we're all acknowledging they have the easier side of the bracket, but then to win the final, you either have to beat a MOUZ, a Spirit, or a Vitality.
Yep.
So
but by that point, they're going to be SSJ4. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be so strong.
You've been the one using my Crunchyroll account.
Yeah, that's right. Went back to watch old Dragon Ball episodes. No, but yeah, if they get to finals, and I think there will be pressure back on Vitality. We're still talking about a best-of-3 streak. Yes. They still know they have to complete the era. There's still a major. There's still the idea that Simple and ZyWoo has been this narrative that ZyWoo doesn't even, I don't even think he really cares about it, but he's hearing people being really annoying about it online all the time. And now Simple is going to be the guy who knows everyone's been riding ZyWoo for the last couple of years or whatever, and he gets to prove in a major final versus him. I think they both understand what those conversations are going to be like after for their legacy. There's a lot riding on that match. And so I think there is going to be a ton of pressure on Vitality, even though they've lost one best of one.
I have an interesting note. I think what's curious about this one is that, we're all talking about Simple now having his best game in a FaZe jersey for the last match heading into playoffs. And it feels like because it's FaZe, everything's going to go really swimmingly come playoffs. But I'll present the argument that the last time we saw Simple in a major playoffs up against FURIA in Rio, he kind of did crumble under the pressure of that head-to-head. And this week, we've heard him actually give interviews where he was saying how he was nervous at the start of this event and how getting back into the server is a bit shaky. So, maybe we're projecting our own past opinions about Simple onto him here and now. And we're watching him build up, so it's like we haven't realized it yet. There's a chance, what I'm saying, Moses could be right.
Fuck Moses.
I will say there's...
I like the device argument, though. That was good.
There you go. You got a supporter, Jason. All right.
There's this weird arc that's very similar to Copenhagen, though, where FaZe were the big favorite, right? Heading into the playoffs, they had the two tougher opponents in the first couple rounds. Then they met up against NAVI. We were all okay, FaZe are winning this easily.
Yeah.
Can you not see the same thing happening to Vitality, where they're we get through fucking Spirit, we get through MOUZ or whatever it is, whoever gets out of that side of NAVI first, but I guess that's not as big of a team as those two.
I just think with how dominant Vitality have been, and the
I agree
amount
with
of
that.
breaks
I agree.
they've had, and how focused they are.
But it's more like the mentality of okay, we got through the hard opponents. We got through the other top 3 team or whoever comes out of that Spirit's MOUZ game, right? We beat those guys. Now we're heading into the final where we're massive favorites this time.
I follow you. I just think that their mental is too strong for that to catch them up. I think that they are so good at resetting and focusing that Vitality wouldn't get caught by that same trap.
I'm with Striker a little bit though, where if there's one event where maybe
it could be the major.
So there are criminal stats about Vitality in playoffs and the majors because of their draws. They got easy draws. It wasn't even they didn't have to pick their opponents, so it's not their fault. I mean, they also didn't choke to the teams that were underdogs that came through. But now they've got the demon nightmare bracket that no team deserves. It's not even fair to them how hard this bracket is overall and the potential competition. So it's just the other way now. It's just a lot harder.
I just think that after a season of Vitality proving that they're going to win event after event and having not dropped one, right, that they're coming into the major and they're going to have that mental fortitude to do it again for the major. When you contrast that to, let's say, best case scenario, if we want to kind of pit ZyWoo versus Simple, and we say just phases in the finals. Kerrigan's been in both CS2 finals, hasn't been able to close one. We're talking about a team in FaZe that just back at Dallas didn't have anybody here convinced that they were going to turn it around for Austin. And again, I think we kind of get swept away in the Cinderella story of Simple and Elige taking down what is the best CS2 team we have ever seen and the most dominant season of Counter-Strike in the modern era. So
there's no question, right, that the Vitality are massive favorites going into this playoffs.
It's just more boring, right? That's the problem. Yeah. But you have to enjoy greatness, or at least I do. Right? That's what I'm out here to see. And I would look. Let's finish populating the bracket here, Lucas. Bring it back up.
Can I just say? Yeah. You say it's more boring, but I'd say it's only boring if it's incredibly lopsided.
Sure.
And I still have so much faith
if they have to work for it.
Exactly.
It's done. Yeah.
Exactly. Come that grand finals, if it is FaZe or hell, even if it is FURIA and you've got nothing to lose, or if it's even Mongolz, dude. What, you telling me Mongolz lifting a trophy suddenly wouldn't get people on its feet? I remember Dallas. It felt like the crowd was behind Mongolz, but more than anybody else. So
definitely more than Aurora.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump on to the next piece, shall we? Okay, let's start with FaZe versus FURIA. Who thinks FaZe is going to win? We won't even ask about FURIA. Lock it in. Lock in FaZe, Lucas. All right, this one's a tough one. And Donk didn't get a cheer earlier, so let's see how we go. Who thinks Spirit can beat Vitality?
They can. I think if you ask Vitality, that's the team they're actually most worried about, right? They've already said in interviews that Spirit are the team that Rops has said it, Apex has said it. So I think people have put up other competition, MOUZ and Falcons. But if you ask Vitality, I think they're just a little concerned because they don't even see Spirit that often.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the other thing. They're like this threat. There's Donk is just that good, and they know they can be competitive versus them. So I think they're personally worried about that match.
Did they play at Rivals? That's the last time they played against each other, I'm pretty sure?
Must have been.
Or at least they played
because since then Spirit didn't play they played all the players.
Exactly, they did.
And they not together at least. I was just trying to remember because Xtaz told me the exact same thing, heading into Rivals when I was doing the interview. Like if you had to pick one team, they had a month leading up to that tournament, and to look at Vitality and all that stuff. And I feel like they did end up playing it. It was pretty lopsided, but I'm just trying to remember if my memory is correct.
Yeah.
All right. So who thinks Vitality going to beat Spirit? Vitality it is. All right. Well, where does this leave us, Lucas? Who would have thought? It's going to be a FaZe versus Vitality final. Now, let's turn to some realism here for a second.
I don't like realism.
I need everyone to bring the decibels down a second, all right? Just bring it down a second. So we're going to ask a professional Counter-Strike player in the room who they think is going to win the match. Ready for this? Lake.
Let's go,
a round
baby.
of applause to Lake.
USA. Come on now.
USA.
Donna can't find you on a map, by the way.
How you doing, man?
Not doing too bad. Enjoyed the show tonight.
Oh, that's
Everybody's
good.
been lovely up here so far.
Oh,
lovely
thank you.
talent, lovely faces.
Oh, beautiful. Well, mate, we're going to make you either the villain or the toast of the town. You saw up there, Vitality versus FaZe. Now, pretend you're an analyst. Shit job, I'll tell you that much. Who do you think's going to win and why?
Sorry, NA. It's probably going to be the Bees. It's probably going to be Vitality. I mean, it's just realistic. Simple coming back. Hey, don't flip me off. Fuck you. But I mean, realistically, this is probably the most dominant CS2 team we've seen in such a long time. I mean, especially with the addition of Rops. I mean,
yeah,
that's rough. I mean, it's going to be hard for a FaZe, but
that's a great story, by the way. Rops literally in every team he joins becomes way better, not just a little better. Why do you think that is with the anchoring that he plays when you watch it? Did you see it coming?
I mean, honestly, like, just Rops, he just diffs pretty much almost everybody on FaZe. I mean, I'm just going to be real. I mean, Rops is probably the best player in his role. I also didn't really hear your question if you asked.
Oh, you know, what do you think about Rops in terms of him improving all of his team? Why do you think he improves his team so much compared to basically any other roster move?
I mean, reliability, I'd say, to be honest. Like, that's a pretty shit job, I'm going to be real. Like, on every team, that's not really the light that shines on his role. But for him especially, he shines in that role, like, above anybody else.
Yeah, he just plays half the map by himself. Better than everyone who peeks at him. Like,
he's very active in those positions,
yeah,
too.
he's pushing way more now, so... Yeah, he's really the Stewie of Europe.
In a way. All right, Lake, you going to be in the venue on the weekend? You going to be in the major? You going to be
sure
you gonna
will,
be checking
yeah.
it out?
Yeah,
All right,
will.
nice. All right, anything you want to say to the lovely people here?
Hey, thank you all for supporting NA. All right, love you guys all. NA's been pretty shit recently, and I apologize for that. From the likes of us, Wildcard and Complexity, and Liquid. But hey, hey, that's all good. All right, thank you guys. Much love.
Thank you, Lake. All right.
You've been one of the bright spots.
All right, so you've heard from a literal professional Counter-Strike player on who he thinks would win out of Vitality and FaZe in the final, but we'll do it anyway. It's redundant as fuck, but we'll do it anyway. Who thinks Vitality are going to beat FaZe?
They're readying up.
This is where
You gotta say it, Chad.
This is where we lost reason.
You gotta
Wait,
say it,
Chad, can I say something first?
Yeah.
Before he asks you, before you all pop off, I want to remind you again that Simple crumbled in Rio because of the crowd. All right? So remember that Vitality may have this fucking glorious streak, and everybody over in Europe who's not in the room right now may be putting them on this pedestal above all else, right? But what they have to play against and what Apex isn't used to is a crowd that goes against them. So when all of you show up to that Moody Center, when there are thousands of roaring Americans, right? Suddenly, FaZe Clan have a sixth player, and that's all of you. So, Chad, ask them.
Who thinks FaZe are going to beat Vitality?
Yeah, that's it. I don't think G2 win Dallas without you guys. That wasn't going to happen without you guys.
Great example.
So, and then we got Simple, who said Simple and Elise, it's not even their first major final in North America.
Yeah, let's remind Simple why he came to NA back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Why you bully me?
Yeah.
Everybody asking. Striker, I don't think there's any point us trying to bring the realistic side to all of this.
Do you have a point for Vitality? Where do you stand?
You know where I stand, man.
I think the general consensus, and not in this room, is that Vitality are going to win the major. That's the most likely outcome, especially if the bracket unfolds the way it does.
Actually, I don't think it is even statistically, because if you think about it, whoever has the easiest side of the bracket is most likely to make finals. So picking any team from the harder side of the bracket is less likely to win.
Okay, I see that logic there. Okay, all right.
So I don't use a lot of logic normally.
Well, we don't need to sway the crowd anymore. They're all going for FaZe here regardless. So that's the bracket, and it would be crazy to have this story unfold. That is the craziest and probably most loved story, I would say, globally. If FaZe were to win, I don't think people would argue with that, right? Because they represent a lot of the world. No matter where I've been in the world for a Counter-Strike event, people have always said, I want to see FaZe there on the weekend, right? They want to see him in the playoffs, right? Everywhere. Doesn't matter, like, if there's even national teams. People want to see FaZe. Yeah. So that would probably be the final that blows the roof off, I would say as well, right? That you're getting FaZe versus Vitality as a final, Simple versus ZyWoo. A lot of fun storylines there. So, gentlemen.
It's going to be a big bummer if, like, Mongolz and NAVI win, isn't it?
Why have you gone and put that out to the world?
I'm sorry, man. I just had to say it.
Why has he gone and done that?
I had to say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Senzu's going to take off 3 T-shirts and fucking nobody wins, dude. It's going to be great.
Just remember that in Paris, we almost had Gamer Legion versus Apex.
Yeah.
So Austin will be better.
Look, I think it definitely will deliver. This bracket looks stacked. Now, everyone going to be there tomorrow? All right, well, we are just over the 2 hours. We started a little bit late. We had, just a filtering in situation to kick things off, so we're probably perfectly on time. So, gentlemen, I would like to give you the floor. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the people before we shut things down?
I'd say that I remember where I was when Cloud9 won Boston. I remember just being a commentator and thinking to myself, one day I'm going to be at a US major because that crowd looks so fucking awesome. And who knew it was going to take nearly a decade to get here? It's my first real crowd, I would say, as well, in America. And so I just want to say thanks for turning up for HLTV. Thank you, Chad, for doing what you do.
So, Prof.
And let's blow the roof off this fucking place all weekend long! Yeah. Let's show them how it's done.
Co-sign all that, man. I'll say the first major Counter-Strike event was in Texas. CPL, way back in the day. We're talking 24 years ago, something like that. And now we're coming back. And for everybody, the player base has doubled since 2020. There are so many people who have never seen what a major can offer here. I had people who wanted to come down to either Dallas or the major, and I said, pick the major. You don't understand how much more different it's going to be because they saw Dallas was so awesome. So everybody here is going to show them why the major in America is something special. Okay.
All right, let me check in with the boss man 1 second. Prof, how are we feeling? Everything good? Ready to shut it down?
I can barely hear you over here, but Chad, it's awesome. It's actually insane that so many people come out to listen to us yap for 2 hours. So thank you very much for that. Also, thank you very much to the two guys, Sal Vicente, here in the first row. If anyone needs a videographer, he's available for hire. Also, Heinz and doing the doors and helping set up everything. But most importantly, we didn't bring one guy out on stage.
Oh, let's do it.
It's producer Lucas. Give it up for producer Lucas.
Lucas. Hey!
He's a shy guy, old Lucas. You want to you can talk to him at least. You don't want to say goodbye? All right, well, look, I'll get the sign off right now. Now, look, everybody in here, we're going to be hanging around for me, Prof, Striker. I don't know if the other guys want to. It's up to them. But we're going to be hanging around here for about half an hour once we shut things down, which will be now. So if you want to hang around, have a chat, whatever, it's all good. No dramas. We're going to be doing that for the next 30 minutes. And for the people at home who are watching on Twitch and Kick, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if we come to your city that you can come and visit us. But it's the same as always, guys. Prof's bang on. The fact that people who enjoy Counter-Strike are willing to come out and watch this podcast is fantastic. It's awesome. It's amazing. And thank you all for coming. And again, it's the same old sentiment, right? We get to be part of the greatest video game community, right? This is just a video game at the end of the day. And we're all here. We're all going to be there for the next couple of days in Austin, Texas. We travel around the world. We have all these players. We have this entire ecosystem. And it's all because we love a game called Counter-Strike that inspires us inside to get out of bed every day, really, right? Like, we're all here because we love CS. And that's it. Like, that's what this game does. More than just a game. I want to have a quick shout out to Alienware and Liquid for helping us put this on here this evening. Our sponsors, Skin Place, as well as Anthros. Shout out to Jordan, who's in the building. And we'll be back with another show online once the major ends. But thank you here, everybody. Give yourself a round of applause and good night.
in-game items at the best prices in just a couple of clicks. We are the biggest instant sell service for in-game items like Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, and Rust. Easy selling process and instant withdrawal of funds to the most popular payment methods. More than 140,000 deals and 50,000 active sellers every month. Use promo code HLTV5 and get a 5% bonus on the sale of your skins. Skin Place. Sell items now.
When every move counts, your chair shouldn't hold you back. Top esports players are switching to Anthros for unbeatable support and performance that keeps them in the game longer. Designed to support your unique shape and built with medical-grade components, Anthros is setting a new standard for comfort. Check out the Anthros difference today and get ready to fix your sit, because gaming deserves more than just a chair.